See what's going on. Oh shit.
That's what we do. Okay. Another day at it. This ain't nothing but a little work. I'm a little work. Make sure the education gets put down properly.
Make sure you get
Put
down. We
down
on what the hell,
properly.
so it ain't no script today. We on the what the hell. I mean, anything goes when we over here. You know how we do. I try to keep
Yeah.
it clean over there, just for because
Well,
like I said, we got
you can
sponsors,
you,
and we got people trying to elevate, and they don't need that.
but
But
you can get stomped
we can
anywhere.
get stomped over here, though. You can get stomped. You can get stomped.
Is that South Georgia? Hey, look, Combine, man. Look, we gotta talk, man. Come on, man. You know we gotta talk, man. I got to go ahead and give you your accolades. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I see you didn't want to pull off the 52 and pull up here to the top yard, but I see you went to the bottom yard and handled your business. So I appreciate you
mm.
sweeping through Minnesota. I know. You know what? I got a litter on the ground. I got a lot of stuff going on. This is a 24/7 all day game. You know what I mean? We play all day, we work all day. So, I'm not ducking you, not at all. But when we get together, I hope you don't have no, oh, I couldn't pick up the phone. So, it's all good.
Mm.
I got you, man. You should know how it be. South Georgia, yeah,
Mm.
South Georgia Combine is a great dude. He holds his family down. He's got a great looking yard. His dogs look absolutely great. He's got two vets that he works with. I was impressed, and it's hard to impress somebody like me. You know what I mean? So South Georgia Combine, you keep rocking. Stay safe out there on that road. We know you truckers out there. We try to keep it rocking for you. Get the education, saving every puppy through Alex Carter. You know what I mean? You got to get the literature. Stamp the whole situation off. Don't forget to get the T-shirts. At least
Yeah.
two
Now
people.
appreciate you, Wayne. Hey, appreciate you, Wayne, for snatching up that shirt, man. I mean that magazine, man. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, you done already got 10 of them, but shit, 11's cool too. Shit.
Word,
Hey, the
word.
support is what's up, man. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. You've done a great job. Sometimes people forget this work ain't for everybody. Like
that's right.
it's hard to stay to the grindstone. So everybody appreciates you sticking to the grindstone and making things come to life. A lot of
For
people,
sure.
they got so much stuff going on and nothing ever comes to life out for anybody else but them. So when you got to look at who's putting out and who's giving out the shots and who's letting the platform ride, salute to Buck City, APBT Radio. You know,
Yes, yes, yes.
Petty Rob. Look, y'all. Look, I told you guys. Look. This is what's going on. Minnesota's in a situation where it's on lockdown right now. So I
Mm,
know I had a lot of stuff going on, but you guys know how I got to go under the pavement when when the sun come out too hot. You know what I mean? So we can't let the pigskin get across the touchdown line without us carrying the ball. Okay,
that's right.
and the game room will commence again, Petty. I got you. I got you. Don't even trip. What up, Havoc? You know what I mean? Yeah, but I gotta get on your bumper about something.
Oh,
Or
hey, I'm
did
here. I'm here.
did you address this year's topic of what the months are gonna be? Because see, last year I think people were
Ooh,
missing it. When we had rickets awareness, and
yeah.
you
Yeah, we
know,
fell off. We fell off. We fell off.
yeah,
We
you
fell
hit
off.
them so hard that I think we forgot that every month counts.
Well,
Every month counts.
that one, I think the Ricketts just kind of took flight, you know,
You
and
smashed them with the
there
ricket.
was no looking back.
God, you
But
had people trying to save themselves. But shot. It comes down to we got to stay strong each month and just it's hard to grind it out once you do find that that nasty topic where it's like, look, we can almost mash on a topic for the whole month and then some. That's kind of, and sometimes that's what's got to happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
but yeah, the body structure, measurements, temperament, attitude, the whole situation. We can't. And I wasn't saying we smashed on Ricketts too long, but it just seemed like uh, the account of finding people not looking at their baby's fucking structure. That shit pissed me off after a while because you start finding so many people that like gave up the game, and it's like that's part of the game is making sure your puppies have the right structure. You
Right.
can't
Right.
keep just going down the one-way street backwards.
That's a
You
huge
know,
part of it.
yeah,
Making sure that your confirmation, everything is straight on the dog. Uh, you know, we could sweep it under the rug if you want, but the form and the function is gonna correlate. All right. Now we could do a 10-year study and you know, look at the dogs that had all the structure and they had everything going for themselves. And then you could look at the ones that didn't. Yeah, you're gonna get your outliers that pop up and they do their thing. But for the most part, the consistency is gonna lie with the dogs with the proper you know got it going on. That's the old
that's right.
school. They used to
That's
say
right.
you got it going on. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
you want your dog to have it going on. As far as me coming up in here, I don't want ailments. I don't want twisted up ligaments. And if I could have the version that is correct, right?
Yep,
I rode a
yep.
whip with the dent in it, but shit, if I'm going to the show, let me just park him and let me just go hop in the Sunday joint, right? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Let me get in the
It ain't
whip.
like I'm
Yeah.
too good to ride one with a dent or two because sometimes you got to do that, to get
Yep.
from A to B. But you got to know that you know what it's supposed to be. And as long as you
Yeah.
know what it's supposed to be, then you don't get complacent just because you have something that's a whole bunch of clicks lower than the standard, and then you just stay complacent there. Like it's
That's
one
right.
thing to have a threes and fours on your yard and know better. You know, that that's not the standard. That
Knock
you
it
have to
off.
step your game up. And rather
Yeah.
than you got a bunch of threes and fours and you think your dogs is something.
Mm,
So
mm. Yeah. And that's a part of the education when if don't nobody really want to hear it from us, call the veterinarian school in your state. University of California, I think UC Davis is the best.
okay.
Cornell University, they're renowned. You got Ohio State University. They consistently have excellent veterinarian medicine and research. I'm in Minnesota. We do a lot of agricultural stuff up here. I think we like eighth or ninth. You know what I mean? But don't be afraid to call these colleges and hear from these people who are indulged in the science of why you have rickets, why your breeding program isn't working. Don't think that some of these breeders out here just know it. They don't. They have studied, they have gotten studied, and they have used other people's study. And that's how you kind of
That's right.
make this whole thing. Sometimes it can get infectious. You call one school, you call your own vet, you call your pet store, you call your neighborhood breeder. Get every piece of information because not everybody's always right, and everything is always different somewhere. So, uh, yeah, and I don't want to bang this too hard, but I'm a I'm a strict believer in privacy.
Uh,
You know, don't come out here in the world showing what you got, this dog, that dog, and then all of a sudden you're mad at what people say. You're mad at the critiques. You're mad at the constructive criticism. Don't get upset. You know what I'm saying? Take it for
Yeah.
what it is, because that's how you gonna hopefully elevate. You know,
Well,
nobody's
it's
gonna
not
tell you to
about
get
you.
worse.
You got to take you out of it. I think, if we
Word.
just take you out of it,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So
right.
that we all know it's not about you. It's about the dogs. It's about the well-being of the dogs, right? Now,
Exactly.
sure, you should want to exercise. You should want to do things that's better for you and better yourself. But at the end of the day, it's about the animals, and that's why this
Word.
game it is at a risk, because you can have somebody that's just failing in life, but if they got some good dogs, you know what I'm saying, like they might be able to come in the party, you know what I'm saying. So
That's right.
you gotta definitely keep your head on that swivel, man, out here. I was thinking about
Oh,
something too, while we was on the subject. Uh
take your time. They
let me
need
get
to hear it.
and this guy's on my list too. He just popped up in the back, man. My guy, man, Joe.
Let it rock.
NWA, man. NWA.
What's happening, man?
I was just about to put this on the screen right here so we could maybe chop it up.
Okay, what's up, brother? How y'all doing?
I just want to know.
Word,
I just
right?
want to know what was the best dog channels of 2025. If you had to do your top 3, or even the Mount Rushmore if you want, you know what I'm saying, or if it's just some honorable mentions, or you just don't want to put nothing in a particular order, but just kind of want to give out a
Spit
little
it
bit
out.
of props, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna just open the
Spit it
floor up
out.
for that.
Okay, so it was always, you always mentioned in there, Toyo. I think I always get this dude mixed up. Not Beer Bulldog. The number one guy. I'm sorry, guys.
Take
But
your time, man.
What you talking about, Beer and Bulldogs?
yeah, but no, it was somebody else too. Who else was it? Schoolboy didn't go as high as I thought he would this year.
Okay.
I can't remember the list right now, but I know I had
No, we talking
laid
about
up
your
in that.
list though. We talking about your
Yo,
list.
My
you.
list. Oh, I thought
Talking
you were talking about
your
Dre list.
list.
My list. Okay.
Who you got rocking it?
I know the Samurai, they do their list. I missed it because it
Okay.
was like I popped in on a couple of them, but I didn't know if it was a formal thing or if they were just bits and pieces. So I pretty much trucked that off. I missed that, but I
Okay.
just want us to kind of chop it up and give credit where credit is due, or just what do we think? What's your list?
Okay. So like my list, right? So like you always on my list. Even though I think you get distracted, brother. I love you, but I know you be getting distracted sometimes because of some of the stuff in y'all community. But I don't think anybody is versatile as you. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on your show. People heard me say it other places, like that music when it come on. When I'm thinking about my intros and stuff like that, I'm thinking about Buck. That's the dude I got to compete with on the intro level. You know what I'm saying? Because you come on, I'll be over there like this.
Scratch.
You gotta
Hey, man. I'm like, man.
with me, man. I
Yeah,
gotta
what?
make
What's
NWA one, man. Come on, man.
yeah? So like, I say, boy, the cinematic and Buck. Even though I run like more of like a, I ain't gonna say wholesome show, but it's a very diverse show. Even my show, you go, you gonna be moving a little bit when you come up in there. That's because of you. I study y'all when I come in, man.
Right.
You was one of the dudes I studied, right? I said, damn. I said, man, that man, he let that music play, and then some other music. I'm like, dang, it was just so exciting and so intense, especially when you would make people wait. Like, I'm coming, just hold on. And I'm in there like, hey, come on, hey, what are you finna do? What are you finna do? You know what I'm saying?
Pimp slow.
and then too, like 78, my guy, y'all always would cook it up, and the knowledge is there. So that
Right.
that was always cool. And then I'm just giving you your flowers right now in your face.
Oh,
But
no, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man.
your knowledge, your tact, your Buck, you ain't no dumb dude. You can go anywhere, you can talk to anybody. You just like me. We the same. We from the hood.
Yeah.
We grew up with fathers and shit like that. But we versatile. And then we
Right.
ain't gonna let no nigga play with us. So I feel all that when I come to your channel, but like so but as far as my favorite channel is always you. I'm always looking at you, even if it's just for a minute. I look at, let me see, man. I look at Dre now, because the way he do it is that early morning grind. He get that crowd, and I work part-time now, so I work 7 days on, 7 days off. So I'm watching him, and then I'm watching them build, and I'm watching, and being when you do a lot of dog content, I'm one of y'all. So it ain't always necessary the knowledge, because we both do the same thing. But a lot of it is the style. It's like, how do they engage people? How do they do this? How do they do that? Schoolboy is always good because he got the knowledge and he's solid, he consistent, he just like a train, he like this. You know what I'm saying? And he avoid drama, and he just he moved like an elder should move.
Right.
Who else is there?
Don't be afraid to go hard body on people too. Like I hear you said
Go
the
hard about
goodie.
it.
You can go ahead and bust people up for not being, you know what I mean? If
Or not
you
coming with
feel
it,
a certain way, yeah.
or if they
Well,
kind
They
of
always
biting, they biting, this, or you
hey
like
man, but
them,
look,
but
hey
they
look,
too much like this.
hey, check this out, Buck. I really don't think I need to highlight anybody, but look, man, if you look at me, I try to help a lot of brothers. I try to build with a lot of brothers. Have I
Right.
had people turn on me? Hell yeah. Have I had some of the biggest channels in the game try to plot on me? Hell yeah.
Right.
But I try to evade the drama, but check it out. I got smoke too.
woo.
I mean, if it come down to it, you know what I mean? I'll get
Toot,
down
toot,
in
toot,
there.
toot, toot.
You know what I'm saying? If I have
That's right.
to, I try to avoid it, but I really like this. Is my system, Buck. If a nigga name ain't big enough, he ain't finna hear nothing from me.
Ooh.
I hear you.
If his
And I've
name
been
ain't
giving
big
out
enough,
free clout. I've been
yeah.
giving out free community clout, man.
If his
Still
name
do
ain't big
that,
enough,
but see,
but if
I
it,
made it a point for my channel to be transparent. Like when I came back,
yeah.
because people like you probably didn't see me before I left. You see what I'm saying?
No, I didn't know you then. Yeah, I didn't know you then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was a 3-year buildup for me to return that I couldn't say nothing. I had a gag order by the courts. I couldn't say nothing about nothing. So I couldn't tell y'all what was going on, whatever. All we get to do is just see people throw me under the bus. So I came back and pulled all this shit, but I was already just ready. But it was so long of a wait, though.
Right.
It was so long of a wait. 3 years, that's a long time.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
So I'm just getting
But
it out my system. I'm just now kind of like, even though it's been like 2 years I've been home, but I'm getting it out my system. But like I said, we get up on here and splash with y'all. Really, that's because I be so busy that I can't really schedule shows like that. You know what I'm saying? So just like right now, me and Wayne was on the back street texting and shit. I'm like, hey, let's go up. He like, shit, I pull up. What's up? And I said, all right, I'm gonna make the thing. I seen you the link. It's everything I do is spare of the moment. Like all my shows, I don't plan them. I don't say, okay, I'm gonna talk about this 5 minutes before I say, all right, fuck it. All right, I got 10 minutes. Let me hurry up and think of something to say. And then I just bust, because I've been doing this shit. Like I said, I'm a wizard. I could talk with any dog man. See, that's the measurement that we don't really look at. Is all dog men can have knowledge, but which ones can actually sit in the room with any of them? I don't think there's not one dog man on this planet that I can't sit in there and talk to though about whatever.
Oh no,
because there's things that you've done better than me, but there's guaranteed shit that I've done better than you, and that goes from A to Z. Every dog man,
Sure.
I feel that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? While we talking about accolades and things like this, man, being that like I told you earlier, I got a very diverse community. I've talked to white people, a lot of white people, right? And a lot of my brothers, right? It's a lot of different angles to my shit, right? But one thing I think we don't think about is, which I mentioned on the show the other day, is white shows that has way less viewers than us and less clout per se or all that, but they have a very big Spotify, Amazon Music presence, and even though they nowhere near us on
YouTube,
on subscribers, they
really
have
just YouTube though, because there's other things. Like I noticed, like a lot of people that you interview, they got microphones and shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
like
this is
that you be interviewing. They might not have the subs. They might not be there yet, but I see it in a sense to where it's gonna grow.
Yeah,
it's
but
just
this
a
is
matter of time.
But I think you're talking about more of the marketing and the strategy. Is that what you're trying to get at?
No, I'm not talking about none of that.
Just like how big the community is and just viewers and things like that.
No, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about when channels that maybe white channels other than us, they already come in with big sponsorships. They have Purina, they have Duramax, and they nowhere near us.
Right.
What's the issue? And what I would like to see one day is if maybe 5-6 dudes can agree. I hate to sound like we begging, but we should come together under one network. You know what I'm saying? And say, look, Purina, look, what you call it? Pay us. We've been doing it for years. Right. We are the culture. Right. We are the culture. So I don't think we ain't thinking on the level of
that's outside. That's stuff that we can do though. Like if the clout was that big, it's not even a thing for you to pitch that to any one of the company that you're thinking about. You know what I'm saying? It's not a thing. Like back in the day, it might have been out of reach, but today's age, that's doable. Motherfucker, just a email or a really nice cover letter away from maybe getting a sponsor or doing look, I got the sponsor.
Do you got a format? Do you got a format that you would?
They sponsoring the show this month. Saving Every Puppy, Alex Carter. This is it's really small. My type of book, small, and it's very informational. It's got everything in there, man. Charts, everything for breeding. Like, you're not gonna lose no puppy if you got this and you knowing what's up. This is a good book right here, and they sponsoring the show. So,
that's what's up, man.
To them, Canine Foundations Press. They've been breeding for a long time,
right?
And I swear, it just seemed like when I read it, because sometimes, like I was breeding a lot, but I took some years off.
Right.
So even when you take years off, just like anything else, boxing, anything, you can be a little rusty.
Get rusty, yeah.
But a little rusty.
Yeah,
So
but
it's good to get up on it.
anytime you have something going,
Yeah,
I'm
see?
always.
Yes.
You ain't gotta
Yeah.
ask me. You know what I'm
Hey, man,
saying?
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? But just let me know, and I'm pretty much like that because that's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got the knowledge, and y'all been running it for a long time, and it's time to move on to some better things. You know what I'm saying? And bigger things.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know.
Wing Mune. That's his name. Wing Mune.
Yeah.
I'll be showing you in the chat, bro.
Let's hear it. I want to hear some of these channels, man. Let's talk about it. I definitely want to put you in there, NWA,
Yeah,
just because,
let me
like
pull
I
my
said, the
YouTube up.
versatility, and you've been cooking, got a lot of those different interviews, and just branching off, doing, you're working multiple platforms. It's not just like some dudes are just YouTube or just one platform. You working
No,
multiple platforms with
no, I'm like
videos and
Warren.
streams
No,
and
I'm like
clips.
Warren.
And,
I'm like Warren G. I'm Warren G. I
Yeah,
want it all.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But you're
I'm on
making
it
it
all.
interesting. Your setup, if we got to say best setup, you probably got one of the best setups as far as
Yeah.
dog community goes.
Well, yeah,
I know
that's just my wall. Yeah, that's
that's
just
just crazy.
I got a good wall, but I do like
Yeah,
to. I would like to shout out my boy Tony Scandy. He just started out a channel, and if anybody know Tony, he's probably the number one dude in the Corso. If you got a Corso, he in your pedigree, right? And
right.
and he liked that too. He liked that. Y'all know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? He a
Right.
real one. You know what I'm saying? So he's a new channel, old school guy, about 56 years old, been in the Corso for about 37, going on 40 years. He just started a channel. So so I want to definitely give a shout out to him on that. A lot of the American Pitbull channels I don't know besides y'all, but the ones I fool with, I just don't know a lot of them. You know what I mean? I do know the twin them. I tap in there sometime. What else is there, man? But it's hard now because how John Sally say Michael Jordan ain't shit to him because he his peer. We all on the court.
Right.
You see, when you're on the court, you don't see that many people. You just see the team that you playing with and playing against. So, if it's any upcoming channels, I mean, I really wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. There's a lot of them, man. There's a lot of them popping up.
Oh well, let me take that back. Let me take that back. Live Your Life Dogs. All 10 Bulls. I don't consider Yellow being an upcoming channel. But these dudes, I don't see y'all as channels. I see y'all as individuals, but y'all do have channels. A lot of y'all, you know what I mean?
Right, right. Yeah, and I salute everybody that's doing it. Out there putting that content together. It ain't easy.
It ain't easy.
To keep it going and build up your subscribers and everything. You done racked up. I seen you racked up. A lot of people, man, they plateau around I say about 3,000-4,000. It kind of plateaus. I see you busted through that.
Yeah, I busted through that, and then man, I still got heavy hitters coming. I still got.
Yeah.
I'm like, Buck. I think I'm officially the Apollo of the dog game.
Yeah,
like the Apollo Theater. Even the big names stop by, white or black.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So that's kind of
they want to be on that, and then the more versatile you are, the better, because everybody wants to see the picture that they're in.
Right, right. So
You'll flip
instance,
through a 5,000 page book just to
Yeah,
find that one
that's
fucking
right.
picture that they're in, bro.
yeah,
People do that.
for instance, I had to study an interview you did that I did, Mink Man. So I studied that
Right.
interview you did with him to get some culture behind him, and some knowledge about what it. But that's another thing. You're a really good interviewer too. You just don't do it a lot. You're a damn
Yeah, I
good
be busy.
interviewer.
The only thing I can really do is live streams because
You
I be
yeah
doing so much other shit.
yeah the
You
live
know,
streams the live streams are
but I'm
jumping.
gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in. It's just when my focus is somewhere else, then it's just got to come back around. But it'll come back around, and I'll be
Right,
banging videos out or banging. You know what I'm saying? But right
right.
now, there's a sweet spot. Right now, I'm taking advantage in other ways. I'm always busy. It doesn't matter what
Yeah,
people think.
but
I'm always the hardest working individual. Period.
yeah, but I think channels like ours, a lot of guys we associated with, is the heartbeat of the K9 community. It ain't the big channels. It ain't the big dogs. The big dogs look at us a lot. They stay on my nuts.
Well, a
Worry
lot of
about
them
what I'm doing.
channels, just the subscribers, it kind of matters, but subscribers kind of don't matter because you'll get a lot of people that subscribe to you for various reasons and they don't really revisit you. You feel me?
Right.
So I think your core audience, that's gonna be the bread and butter right there. Because I know what you're talking about. I seen some big channels with 200,000, but their channel
You
died a
right.
long time ago. The
Mm-hmm.
channel algorithm left. It's they get regular views like a guy with 2,000 subs. You know what I'm saying? Like
You right about that.
all
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot dealing with the just the culture. If they really vibing with you, and if you really people start to know when you just selling. You know what I mean?
right,
And they get more advanced. They start being if they really in the dogs, they stop fanboying and start advancing to who really give them something. You know what I mean?
right,
Who really about it, as we say in the South. Yeah.
right.
William Mune, where you from?
Minnesota. I'm originally
Minnesota.
from I'm originally from Houma, Louisiana, but
Okay.
jumped off the farm, came up to the city life.
How you
Came up
like
with
it?
my dogs. Well, I've been up here for almost 30 some years, so
Oh, okay, cool. That's what.
I'm rocking a good 50.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
rocking a good 50. I've been on the earth for a minute, but I am American Pit Bull Terrier enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? Period. Point
Yeah.
blank. That's my lifestyle. That's my livelihood. That's what it's gonna be till the casket drop. I always
Yeah.
got a litter on the ground. I always got a bitch in heat, and I always got a boy that's just as hot as the next one.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I had a pretty big show with Schoolboy and Michael Morales on y'all dog. What sort of on y'all dog? Everybody want to use y'all dog, right? In
Right.
different breeds, right? And then also you got the trainer side where I know y'all don't like man biters, but I do a lot of work with trainers. Them trainers, man, they be so it is funny because like them trainers want a pit bull to do whatever,
Right.
and they
Yeah,
feel like
I'm 100% against that. I'm
yeah, I
100% against
noticed
that.
that.
Don't. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I am on the historical side where uh there's no time to try to change stuff on this earth. Everything's been done before. Do what you're supposed to do. Stay in your lane. If you want to do something like that, don't bring other people with you. You go over
right.
there first and get it established. You know what I'm saying? Because you just really
That's
trying to
gonna
get
be a
somebody else
clash
ran
right
over.
there between the communities right there for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And we
Right.
and me and Dre, me and the Shogun, we had it out on Buck City one night. I don't know
But
if you remember that, Buck.
it ain't even a
But
Drake thing. It's not a Drake thing. I'm talking about it's them
it,
trainers. Period.
no. I'm telling you my experience. My
Yeah.
experience was Dre got on talking about the old Yeller dogs.
Mhm.
And I wanted him to specifically count himself out of having American Pit Bull Terriers then. Because once you start saying you're training your dogs to do something besides what the American Pit Bull Terrier was meant to do, you don't have an American Pit Bull Terrier anymore. You have something else. And he established the old Yeller dog after me and him had those conversations. He'll tell you, we talked about it many a nights. We still talk because I don't feel that a bulldog should have to do anything but be a bulldog. Now because see, once you ask something to do something different, now it's your standards. And Buck just said it's about the dogs. So when we keep it about the dogs, we're not the person who comes in the room and say, well, I can get my dog to bite a bite sleeve. I can get my dog to, that's clown behavior to me. Anybody, you can get a Chihuahua to do that. But can you get the dog to do what its purpose is? If I got me a bloodhound, can I throw out 3 cents, 2 fake ones, and he know which one to trail? That's how bloodhounds are. Is he cold nose? Can he get it? Can he run outside and pick up the scent right away? Or he got to put his nose to the ground, looking around and all that shit. We know what that really is if you're a real hunter.
Let me ask
Tree
you
and
something,
Walker.
Wayne, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Do you think
Talking.
the APBT is a limited dog?
A limited dog.
Yeah, like do you think he can only do certain things, or do you think he's a versatile dog? Let me ask you that.
Okay, I'll put it to you like this, and I don't know if you're gonna like this, but in this society,
Yeah.
It don't matter what I like.
in this society, you are limited by what the law allows you to do.
Okay.
So once the law jumped on top of what the American Pit Bull Terrier could do, he's limited because of society. Other than that, he's still top of the food chain. Because if there's 15 of them out there and there's a corgi run across there, that corgi's in trouble. In this real nature game. It's not about what man can do with the dog. It's about, can the dog do its purpose? So if a fight breaks out in the club, okay, and somebody got a gun, and that gun is labeled pit bull, I guarantee that pit bull gonna win. Okay, so I'm not gonna take him into a category of, oh well, can he hunt? Can he catch a boar? Can he bite sleeve? That stuff isn't his purpose. He wasn't meant to do that. So he's limited because of the society and where he is now in society. Not where he came from, he wasn't limited. They did as many shows and as many, we can go back in history and we can see that there wasn't any limitations on how many matches there were per night. It was how many dogs you got. So now we're at this point in time where we have to look at the limitations of what the law allows us to do with our animals. So, maybe that answered the question, but it gets really fantasy when somebody says, I got a game pit bull. Well, I got a game dog. That's kind of fantasy nowadays. Because unless you're doing something like me and you're trail rating your dogs with the DNR, I don't know how you're getting this input or this output or this data from your dogs, and how are you testing the situation? Because if you're doing this stuff like they did in the past, you should go to jail. There's laws that protect the dog.
Right.
They're protecting these animals now. Now
Right.
if you say I got a wall climbing pit bull, good job. If you say I got a treadmill pit bull, all I'm going to say is good job. I'm not going to say that that's that dog's purpose, or is he limited to just running on a treadmill? Because if your dog is bred a certain way, if you've kept up with the lineage and the heritage of the American Pit Bull Terrier, you know what's going to happen if another dog run up on you. So I don't want people to think that this education is all about playing games, because some of these channels, they're playing games with fantasy, and they got you thinking that it's left and right when really there ain't nothing but a one-way street. You can't go no which way.
So, what are your thoughts on like KNVP dogs, police dogs that the pit bull has been added into? What do they see? Why do they see that dog being such an asset adding into other breeds like the Malinois, Crescent Canario, some cases the Connie Corso?
They got a pain index. They got a high pain index.
And then another thing, you got to think about it like this. See, when somebody says they got the real teacher, Buck City gives you a master class on breaking down pedigrees. He gives you a master class on how certain dogs are bred and how you come to a result of what a good dog is. And then there's other substitute teachers that can come behind him and teach behind him. So once you get to the substitute, which I'm going to bring a pit bull in to do canine work, or I'm going to do show ring, you know, when they do the ring, stuff like that. Or I'm going to bay a hog with a pit bull. See, now he's a substitute. That's not his purpose. So I don't like going into the fantasy world with the what if, because what if elephants could swim real good? You know what I'm saying? Like we've gotten to the point in this world where we're identifying people as things that they're really not. We've started identifying animals like the pit bull. He's not a fucking he's not a catch dog. I don't care what nobody say. That's not what that dog is doing.
You disagree with the pit bull being a catch dog?
I disagree with the purpose of what they're doing it for. Why do you need a pit bull to catch a hog? Why? Because I got a tree and walker. I got a tree and walker that's gonna tell me where he is. I got this 30-06 and I'm gonna put that boar down. I'm not gonna let my dog go in there on a 200-something pound boar that I don't know if he's got disease. I don't know if he's got mange. I don't know if his tusk is so sharp that he's gonna knock my dog out in one time and it's over. I don't believe that. I believe if you're a real hunter, you don't send no dog in. That's what bay dogs are for. See, history shows us what everything used to be. Okay? History showed us what everything used to be. Now we've done all this what if and this fantasy about how we can change and, this will work and this can work. Yeah, it can work, but that's not what it's there for. That's not what he's there for.
But Wing,
I'm here.
What in historically, but hadn't been used for bull baiting, rat baiting, and things like that.
Yeah, I would say yes. Historically,
I agree with that. What I'm saying is, if you're in that era, are you bull bait? Who's bull baiting right now? If anybody want to come up and talk about bull baiting, let's talk about it right now in this era time. Okay, I'm a huge fan of history.
But they are hog hunting now, though. So if you're gonna say that this is not the era for bull baiting,
those aren't pit bull. Those aren't American Pit Bull Terriers that are hog hunting.
In my world, Wing, and I have an open world all breed. Your dog is looked at like a god for versatility.
I would be embarrassed if I let my dog out and there's 3 other bay dogs and my dog went in and grabbed a hog instead of a dog. I'd be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed if I could put my two of my boys out in the yard together and they walk around like ain't nothing wrong.
Yes, sir.
There is a standard that we've lost.
I'll be embarrassed about that on any strong male bull breed. You know what I mean?
Yes, I want to see the alpha. I want that dog to know this is the food chain. This is dog eat dog world. You know, it's crazy how we treat humans. You know, like if it was real, if boxing was a barbaric sport, then we wouldn't have pound for pound. See, we forgot that we've made classifications so we can compete, so we can be even. 30 minutes out of a dog's life might make him 10 times better than his average brother or sister. Okay.
Yes.
If another dog from another camp goes 40 minutes, he's better than that 30 minute. Okay. We have made lanes. Okay. And I don't like switching lanes and bringing other people's imagery or bringing their ideas or bringing their concepts over into my lane, because that shit don't work over here. And I'm going to tell you it don't work over here. And if it do work over here, then I'm embarrassed for myself because I've let myself down. When I put the Michael Myers blood into my dogs, when Mallory showed up in the situation and we started working with this new blood, and I told the guys, I said, you know, them suckers that's legit. That's legit because I knew of Lady Dog. And Mr. Ericard, he'll tell you, if his females were not on a destructive level, he didn't want them. So right there shows you what's inside this blood that's being carried through generation after generation. Now, if someone comes to you and says that they want an American Pit Bull Terrier, and all they do is sit on the couch with the dog, and then he don't bark when nobody comes to the house, that dog is depressed. That dog has lost all faith in what it is. His soul ain't right no more.
Hey, Brother Wayne, if somebody comes to your house unannounced, does that dog fire up?
Everybody's gonna let off.
Okay.
Everybody gonna let off. Everybody gonna let off.
My thing is, you don't train them to do that, though.
That's right.
No, this is environment.
I got a dog that you run up on me, or you come in his space, or you act like you trying to steal him, or you know some shit. Yeah, he's gonna defend his space. Like, who the fuck are you? You know, he's not used to you fucking with him, and we not out in public. He knows exactly the difference. But exactly, and teach him anything.
That's right, and that's a part of being a good dog owner. That's right, being a good dog owner. I won't allow my dog to be in that situation. Okay, now you might meet my Doberman. She might be at the door. You be like, yo, and she ain't gonna say nothing to you until I tell her. See, you can come in the house, you can sit there, but she gonna look at you, and you're gonna know that she knows your presence there. That's her purpose. Okay. So if I gotta go ahead.
I'm sorry. So I hear what you're saying, brother, but within, I'm also hearing something else you saying when you describing the dog. To me, you describing the total dog, the total American Pit Bull Terrier. And I'm not an APBT man. I'm just a guy that's been a kind of a student, and Buck them can tell you I've been around because you just learning from you guys, because you're talking about versatility, athleticism, strength, agility, intelligence, tenaciousness. Everything you telling me sounds like the total dog, but you telling me it's limited. It should only be doing
inside its purpose. I can't tell an electrician what kind of wires to use. Okay. Like, you know, like I'm trying to talk to you outside the bank. You know what I mean? Like, yes, but I think you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
So if you come in my world, your dog is limited. If I come into your world, I'm only limited because of the law.
Yeah. You're a preservationist. Yeah.
It's just what it is.
I like the idea of the dogs hunting hogs or catching hogs. Because
there's nothing wrong. Yeah, let me go. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yes,
I've
I'm
seen
not
them.
saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Everybody's going to do what they're going to do with their property, right?
Yeah.
But when we look at history, and I just like to stick to history, I don't want to go to no what ifs. If we look at history, you don't take no Chihuahua out and say, "Hey, this could be a catch dog."
But
But
what's the harm? What
any
is the
dog can be a catch
harm
dog.
though?
Why?
Yeah.
No.
Because I
Wait.
could tell you some of the harm that it could do when you training them up to bite people, but I can't tell you any harm that it would do for me to make this dog a catch dog. I don't see nothing genetically that it would ruin about this
Like
animal
like I
if I
said,
homed
as
him in
long as it's
on hog.
exactly, long as he's doing it without bay dogs, no problem. But I said inside having a catch dog, that catch dog is a part of a pack team. That's a team sport. That ain't no single. Oh, I'm just gonna let my dog go out here and catch. No. How you gonna find it
I'll be
with a
honest
bay
with
dog?
you. I'll be honest with you. And I think 9 times out of 10, the dog, he gonna hit that hog, bro. He ain't gonna even worry about them other dogs.
That's
And
your okay, but see,
I don't think that's nothing. I don't think that's nothing like out of the ordinary. I think most
so the American Pit
historical
Bull
dogs
Terrier that'll
would have
run
done the
past
same thing.
another dog when it's being unleashed. You're
Right.
saying that's all good.
A dog that's not even facing him, that's kind of out of the way, probably gonna move out of the motherfucker's way. And he sees this big ass hog right there that's posing a threat. I think the real game dog is gonna go after the biggest threat. That's my opinion. You know, I think he's gonna go after the biggest threat there. You know, I think.
I don't know.
Now, if you got
yeah.
10, 20 bay dogs, because I seen videos with 15 damn bay dogs. You know, they was everywhere, and the dog had to swim over them to get to the hog. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not talking
But
about
is that
type
the
of
American
situation.
Pit?
I'm
I'm
talking
just
about
saying though. Come on, Buck. Is
he
that the
sees
American Pit Bull
he's
Terrier though?
locked in, and he's going to get him, bro. That's in my opinion. Now, if he grabbed the other dog, that's what a breaking stick's for. That's not the end of the world. A real handler
There's an
should
if,
be able to
but see,
break
that's
that
the if though.
quick.
Exactly. That's the if that you have to deal with when you take the dog out of its purpose. I said I don't like to take dogs out of their purpose. I'm not gonna put a blue
Hey, man,
tick.
he's out there.
I'm
He gonna get
look.
bit
This is
by
what
the
I'm
hog.
saying
He gonna
though.
get bit by the dog. You know, when they're out there, bro. You know, one thing I'm not gonna do is bring something that's not gonna be able to handle what's out there. You know,
Though,
of course,
and
the
I
hog,
agree
that's
with all that,
unpredictable.
but you can't call that an American Pit Bull Terrier no more. That's not its
Yeah, you
purpose.
can. Stop it.
It's
Stop
not
it,
its
Wayne.
purpose.
Stop it.
So what's the
Stop it,
history
man.
on Ford? What's the history on the Ford vehicle? Check this out. I'm from Minnesota right now, so the Ford, Henry Ford, all this up here. What's his? Is he supposed to shut his plant down and start making Toyotas because the era has changed over?
No, but that car supposed to get you to
No, he's supposed to
A to
stop. He's
B.
supposed to make the shit more
He's
quality
supposed
and
to
gas
still keep
efficient,
making
so it
Fords,
can compete with the Toyota.
but he's supposed
Well,
to
no,
still
they're
keep
using the
making
same parts,
Fords.
brother. They use the same parts, man. Let's
They
stop it.
don't. They
Stop
don't.
it.
They don't. They don't.
Yeah, they
A
do,
Toyota,
man.
a Toyota 4Runner will last forever. Go get you an F-150. That sucker will break down.
Man, F-150 is a good truck, bro. It is.
It's not better than a Toyota 4Runner.
What about a Tundra?
Man, I done seen, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I see a whole lot more old F-150s than I see a whole lot of old 4Runners. I
Because
guarantee you,
4Runners
brother.
are still running. Because they're still running. They're still running
No,
since
bro.
the night
You don't
since
see them on the road.
1999.
You don't
They
see
still
4Runners on the road no more, bro. We don't see those on the road no more. Ween, come on, Ween. Come on, man.
you
When
can
was the
go.
last time you seen a 4Runner, bro?
Do you want me to give you the knowledge?
Them joints
Do
is
you want
out of
me?
here,
Do you
and
want me to give you?
F-150s is still rolling. You got F-150s, they in the 80s and 70s and shit still rolling, Ween. Stop it. They got 300,000 miles on some of them joints. You feel me? Them F-150s is rolling. I think that was a bad alley. But Toyotas typically, Like if you would have said Corolla or some shit, Camry, you know, I would have been with you, but not the Forerunner. You know, I'm not giving you that. No.
Hey, Buck. What I didn't hear Wing's take on his favorite or what he thought top channels were.
Oh, the channels. Go ahead, Wing. You got it.
Channels right now, there's only Buck City.
Oh
yes,
shit!
Yes, sir. You damn skipping.
You know, and the reason why I'm going to say that is the same reason I just said about the Forerunner and the F-150, and the same reason I said the what ifs about a dog can go hunt and what level is he on? Is he versatile? Is because I was one of the first people that said if Buck City will open up his motherfucking brain and bust these niggas in the ass, ain't nobody fucking with him, because I knew about him before the war broke off in 2001 hit. I was about to hunt him down. And he was a young buck. I told you, I'm in my 50s. So most of these dudes out here that got dogs and they don't have the groundwork. Even when Buck City says get your 10,000 hours in, that shit is gold. You suckers ain't heard nothing like that before because you ain't never put no hours in. Most of you guys, if your dog got a bad toenail, you won't even cut the nail. So in the world that I come from, I grew up in a slaughterhouse, small cotton farm off of Louisiana 2. Some of you niggas wouldn't kill nothing if you had to. Some of you niggas, most of you guys would go hungry. You'd have to find somebody like me to cut your meat up. You have to find somebody like me to go kill it. So I don't want nobody to get this fantasy situation or this internet in any kind of a context. This is all educational. This is entertainment. You know, we care about these dogs. We care about all dogs. We care about the people who have the dogs. But if we play in fantasy too much and too long, they'll go fuck with an innocent person like Buck City that had nothing to do with what they were trying to mess. I'm telling you, the feds came and got me in 2007.
Lord have mercy.
Did me dirty in front of my whole neighborhood.
It's the hood over here, man.
Hey, Buck, I'm just acting.
Yeah. So we just want people to know that there's all kinds of different lanes to get in, but you got to get in the one that fits you and your dog. You can't just get in anybody's lane and think you're just gonna run it out.
Well, I'm standing against using American Pit Bull Terriers for biting. I'm against that.
Bite work? What? Man biting?
Yes, I agree with that.
I don't think there's
attacking
nothing
people
good that comes out of that. Nothing.
No.
Nothing good that comes out of that.
Yeah,
I don't think dogs should be in any kind of.
I feel you guys' positions, but I just know so many dog trainers that shit. Whatever you could put a damn Chiweenie in front of their ass, they gonna make it bite something, and this is the way they are. You know what I mean?
But the only thing about it that Chiweenie, when people breed that dog and it gets into other hands, those epigenetics don't skip over, and that Chiweenie fucks around and kills somebody. When the pit bull, on the other hand, that can happen. So maybe I'm just playing a little bit more chess than most people.
This is the issue with that. That still go back to people using y'all breed, because like a lot of times when it's attacks, it could be a bully. It's the APBT, from what I understand, ain't naturally supposed to be a man biter, but I have heard people say that it's man biters in some lines, right?
Every dog will bite. I mean, that's just what it is.
There's a man biter in every line. There's a man biter in every line.
Right. All right.
But it's not common though. It's not common. And if it is common, like let's say I got one that's throwing just a ridiculous amount of them. Let's say I think 2 a litter is a hell of a lot, you know. And every litter we can count on it that 2 of these motherfuckers gonna redirect their energy and start going after humans. You would
They,
call
they ain't
that out of
supposed
your
they ain't supposed to come out
program.
like Malinois, right? Basically, what you're saying.
No,
Yeah,
no. They're
yeah.
supposed to be the most loving dog. That's what makes
Right.
them actually more warrior than they really are, because you're looking
Well,
at him
yeah,
and he's this lovable thing. He's
Mhm.
this
yeah,
lovable
exactly.
thing. And
Let me
then he comes out and shows you that he's Superman. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
that's another element of surprise that they have that people don't talk about. I get it.
And I think there's three. I think there's three things that I go by with my camp. First, I want to see the performance of the dog. I want to see how it performs in front of me, how it performs in front of my child, how it performs in front of my grandchildren, or my wife, or my baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? I need to see him perform in my environment. Then I want to see his attitude with me by himself. How do we bond? You know, and then we can look at all the other behavior. But I think people kind of skip through some certain, there's certain things you got to make sure it's okay with you first. Because if you put certain dogs in an environment and they start acting up, the first thing somebody want to say is, "Oh, there's something wrong with that dog." But let's check the environment first. Let's check to see how was the schooling proper. Was the introductions okay? You know, there's a lot that goes into how these attacks and all these bites happen. And sometimes people just want to say, "Oh, it was a pit bull," or they just want to blame the dog right away. And I try to stay away from that. I like to see the big picture, because a lot of dogs don't have a chance from birth. Like they get stunted at birth, and they take that whole attitude up until they're an adult, and then people want to say, "Damn, what's wrong with it?" Hey, that dog been off his square since it was a baby, and nobody paid attention to it. So that's another part of the dog education. We got to look at stuff from day one. We can't just all of a sudden judge it after it has an accident, or we get to that point where, oh, now this is wrong. No, we should have seen this coming. Especially if you breeder, you know when you see a certain dog doing a certain thing. If I see that dog stepping in this shit, it's got to go. It's got to go. If I see my puppies battling at the food bowl and they stepping in the food, you got to go, because these are things that we should have been called and curbed.
What do you mean you got to go? Explain. Talk to us.
They become
a nasty dog.
They become what I say a pet bull. Meaning, let me find a beautiful white woman. She gonna come put a sweater on it and call it Nicole, and she gonna go home and yes.
Wait, hey, everybody got different standards, and all we can do is respect that and sit back and wait and see how that works out. That's all we can do.
Yes, I've had more results, and I've had more people come to tell me, well, because I try to make sure my puppies stay on linen for a long time, until they're about 14 weeks. If I keep them on linen, as soon as shit hit the ground, it's gone. They never see it. The bowl only stays down for 35 to 45 seconds, because puppies will eat until they little bloated and shit. People think that's cool. That's not cool. I want my dog to eat. I want the puppies to eat, and I want them to be able to burp themselves. Because now we're working on the intestine tract being good with their septic tank, and we're making sure that they're digesting correctly. And a lot of these people, they just let the dogs eat off of mama's nipples is all beat up, and there's so much that we still, man has tackled a lot of avenues, but we forget that the avenues we haven't tackled, we got to go back down them avenues. So yeah, right. A dog that'll step in his shit, a dog that'll sleep by shit, a dog that will eat shit. We have to make sure that those dogs don't, because what they'll do is they'll infect everybody. There was a parvo ring long time ago, 1980s, where parvo hit. It's because these dogs is stepping in shit, and ain't nobody cleaning the chips right, and there's so much cleanliness that goes into godliness. So we have to put our babies in these positions so that they don't pass on these nasty traits. You know what I'm saying? There's some nasty traits out there that some people don't even know why they have them. But if they would just cull the right puppy, or they didn't call the right mama. So mama, she'll eat the shit and not go drink water for about 3 or 4 hours. Like, bitch, hold on, you ain't drank no water, and you ate all that, you cleaned up after these little puppies. Let me go spray your mouth out with some motherfucking hydrogen peroxide, because all you gonna do is lick on the babies and get them even more nasty. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I don't like to say somebody don't know what they're doing, or everybody's got their own quirks to their program. But I want to make sure that the men that grew up on farms, that we make sure you guys that did grow up on farms and grew in the city, that that there's just a couple little twerks that can build your whole empire just a little bit better. And some don't know. Some people, how do you explain to somebody that don't know? You know what I'm saying? So this is why I say Buck City is the only channel, because he lets you come up here. He done dropped the link. Come up here and talk about this dog education shit, man. It's needed. It's needed.
Well, they say I invented that link, huh?
Link, got to be more careful.
I wanted to smoke, and we had all these years to people to come with the smoke, and people came through with their disagreements, and it was great. We ironed it out.
Good debate.
I respect some of those guys that they had their concerns and they wanted to voice that. So no, that's what's up, man. Man to man, it's even more entertaining too, at that point. Because I remember the brother when we was having the bail, like, remember, it was going down like every day.
ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
And the boy,
but you had people thinking.
I forgot who it was. He said, man, I ran back to my phone, because I guess he had his phone just sitting down, just listening to the thing. And he heard that bell. He said, man, I ran back to that phone real quick. And I just did the bell, just plain joking around. It wasn't really nothing going on. But those are the moments that, we was all there, bro. Like, can't nobody just act like that shit wasn't funny, bro. Because it was hilarious. You got to laugh in life, man, especially dealing with these dogs. Like, they could really turn you. A dog can make you have a bad mood. You can very easily fuck with them dogs and have a bad, grumpy ass mood real quick. Yep. So
they like children sometimes.
And joke about some stuff every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. They can be like children sometimes. Like, bitch, I told you come here, you're gonna walk away.
Giving you attitude like they know.
Yeah. They say every time you go out, especially when they're younger, you don't know, they learning you too. They observing you. They observing you more than you observing them. They studying your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They gonna
memorize it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they memorizing everything you do.
Stuff we ain't even thinking about. Watch this nigga left hand dragging. I know he gonna come out with shoes. Yeah, they know everything, man. Yeah, they really.
Hey, pup back deal. Who gets the odd pup? Y'all? I did this earlier just for, if y'all want to go back on the Buck City Reload. We on the Wthelly right now, but look, we talk about some of the same stuff. I bring some of these topics up when I got the fellas to, in real time, hear what was going on. But let's talk about it, man. Who gets the odd puppy, man? This comes up. People doing a puppy deal or whatever. Everybody don't agree with puppy deals. Everybody haven't done a puppy deal. I find it to be advantageous in the right situations. You know what I'm saying? So talk about it.
Every world is different. When I bred Frenchies, they couldn't get your first pick. You will get the first pick, and then they get the second pick. The numbers are smaller, right? So in the Corsos, they'll get, if depending on if your money bad, they might get 2 of your first picks or 1. You know what I mean? If you had a little money with it, right? So every world is different, but negotiation is power. And the people I deal with, I know them real good. So if it was a puppy back deal, I'm pretty sure a guy I deal with on the level I am on now say, man, look, I want that one. Can you just go ahead? Because you ain't finna do nothing selling anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't dig too hard on you, but the Frenchies is a tough situation. Do you feel that you put a lot into the Frenchies and kind of didn't get nothing back, or
Man,
did you do pretty well with the Frenchie?
I hurry up and got the hell up out that game.
Yeah, it's a little expensive.
I really just tested it. I just bought a few to test it years ago, and I didn't like it. I did not like it. Man, I like hardy dogs. I like dogs you can do stuff with. I don't like no inside weak dog. I like dogs that can stay out in the shade and hunt. I'm from the South, so you know what kind of dogs I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want something that's getting sick all the time, and
hell no. You want something that's even if it ain't a threat, he can pose one. We got families and stuff, kids and all that good stuff. So, yeah, man, I really just growing up in the hood. Hey, Buck, I got an interview coming up with Rick Ross. I don't know if I told you that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I ran into him in my neighborhood when I went back home to Little Rock. Man,
that's crazy.
Man, that cat was he be in the hood for real. I was like, damn. I'm talking about the real Rick Ross. So yeah, we're gonna do that. But man, no, I just growing up in the inner city, we didn't know a lot about dogs then. They hardly went to the vet when I was growing up. But my father was like, man, you got to have a dog. They your eyes and ears. And then, as I grew up and everything, then, I stayed in some bad neighborhood. You had to bring your dog in certain neighborhoods because they'll kill them. Barking dog, alerting going on at night, you had to bring them in real dangerous neighborhoods. They'll poison them or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't went all off subject.
Oh no! Hey, we talking about dogs. We talking about dogs.
Yeah, it's dog talk, man.
You can't get outside that. We on what the hell, man. What the hell? This man, I can do what I want over here.
Yeah, man, I got to get off, man. My kids just showed up, so man, I
appreciate you for pulling up, though, brother.
Yes, sir, man. I salute to the Buck City family. What the hell, TV? I'm out.
Hey, man, appreciate you.
Yeah.
Super. He's a great dude. He's a great one. Yeah. Shit,
yes,
he's on it. Yeah, he's on his way to being one of the grand masters on here. I think he wants I think he wants that title. I think
his mind is made up on the work.
Yeah.
I always say, you worry about the work and you let the results worry about itself. I don't think you can worry about both. You got to either worry about one or the other. Either you're just going to sit back all day and worry about the results, or you're going to just sit back all day and just work.
Yeah.
I think if you just put in the work and trust that you're doing the shit correctly, then it's going to pan out for you. And that's what he's doing, is working out, man. Salute that brother.
Salute, yeah.
My CC crying in the background. See how they do me?
Well, you already know. You already know. That's what it is. Because it's the work. It's the work. Yeah. But yup, that who's who.
Let me see. Said they didn't let me load my my commercial. But you guys go get that one reloaded. It's crazy. It's a lot of work put in, a lot of good things up in there. We cranking up this year. It's cranking up. We ain't gonna let months go by. We on schedule, just like the Gazette drop every 3 months. We dropping every 3 months. We locked and loaded. It's either gonna be January or February to start it off. I think they do February. So I'll have it so that I'll either drop a month after them or a month before them. They got their little sweet spots. I think it's like February, May, August, November, or something like that.
You'll be right on time. You'll be right on time.
Hit the January and then the the April and then the July or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
you're
just
right.
keep
You're
it
gonna be
going.
right on time.
Keep it going. Keep it going. You know. Salute everybody in the building, though. Salute all my brothers in the building. Havoc, you rock in the building. Old man, Clifton behind enemy lines in the building. Cosmon Cow TV, salute. Mayhem Kennels, Powerhouse 992, salute, brother. Dickie Foster, I see you. Snacks Bism in the building. LDBC,
Yeah.
salute. Who else we have up in here today? Who else do we have up in here today?
Mayhem, you still got to be Mayhem. You know, you still got a chair up here. You already know. Come
Yes,
on, pull
sir.
up.
Snacks Bism. Yeah, nah, we gonna get it back going, man. I've been just trying to plug in. I got to do a lot of work, man. I ain't the talking type. I think you guys
That's right.
already know that. I'd rather put in the work, man. Like I said, and make it happen. If you guys talk to me on the back streets, you know what it is, man. You hear these computer keys clicking and and we getting it going, all the time. Just enjoying it, man. Enjoying it. It ain't gonna let me put my commercial up today, but whatever. I'm supposed to have my commercial every show. Fuck it, you guys get the old one. This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, my
real yards, real history.
From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dog man, dog woman, and dogs. Grab your issue now, support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online, it lives in print. Hey, you rock. What up, brother?
Yes, what's good with it?
Man, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know.
What it do, man? We in the lion's den.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And my
I figured
internet
I'd
is
come up.
trash, bro.
That's all
The
good.
internet is trizzy. I gotta step my game up.
You say you need some of that cobalt cable or something?
Yeah, I need some of that. What do they call it? It's the quantum fiber. I need some of that quantum fiber. Quantum fiber.
Hold on real quick.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, I hear something. I thought I heard something about to start letting off. I like to hear that.
Nice feed time.
Okay, yeah.
Hey.
Oh, speaking of feed time, what you what's about the what you throwing in the bowl, man?
I got I do black gold.
Word.
Black gold with the with knuckle bone broth.
Okay.
For the winter time. For the
okay, so you make sure they gonna get it.
Absolutely. It's winter time. We in the north. I'm in Jersey.
Yeah.
So,
okay, yeah. Yeah. That water over there is gonna send that wind through. They call that hawk over there.
Yeah, it's that hawk. But it's been all right though this last few days. But it rained all day today and shit. I had my baby girl and my one of my sons and shit. They had a birthday and shit today, so we had a little thing for them. So I'm just getting out.
Word, salute. Salute.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I do. The pups, you get I do sports mix puppy with
Yeah.
the same thing, the knuckle bone broth and that dog bloom. They
Yeah,
get
I
the
like that. I
dog
like how you
bloom.
said that broth, though. That broth. Shit.
Yeah, that broth. That's
That's
that broth is important in the wintertime, and that shit
with
that
the
shit go a long way.
vitamins. Yeah, them
Absolutely.
vitamins be in there, the calcium. Good breakdown.
Word up. Hey yo, word. Hey yo, salute to. I just got that. My shit just came in today too. That what is that? That saber
You
puppy.
still got your
Save
bag.
every puppy. That
You
shit
just
just
got
came
it.
in. Yeah, it just
Good.
came in. Even though, like, I don't save puppies though. You feel me? But I'm like, you know what? Just to have it, Buck put it out there. I'm gonna support that shit. You know,
Word.
that's how I do. Like, I usually
That
just
is
let
a
niggas do their
very
bullshit.
I'm glad you said it like you said it though, because natural selection, you know how nature is. Nature is supposed to sort itself
Right.
out. So I like how
Facts.
you said that. Somebody didn't even hear how that game you just dropped. They didn't even hear it, but for the ones who heard it, you know what I'm saying, stay alive.
Word up.
Stay alive.
Hell yeah. Well, I look at it like, look, you know, I'm only working with but so much space any motherfucking way over here. You know, we don't got no
Word.
land and all that shit like that. It's hard to come across the land. When they got some land for sale, it might be like 2 acres. They might want like 500,000 for that shit.
Ouch.
Crazy
Yeah.
work,
No,
though.
just give me my little space and let me work in my little space. I don't
Facts.
need that much. Yeah. I'm gonna do
Facts.
what I need to do inside what I got.
Facts.
So you just dropped a litter there.
Nah. She said that little been done. That's going. That
Okay.
let's see. Right now they have what 7 months now.
Damn, you didn't keep nothing?
Nah, I kept two. I
Okay,
kept
yeah.
two.
Okay.
Just add some
Two
other shit to the
females?
program.
You keep two females
Nah,
or you got
male
bitches on
and
deck?
female. I got
Okay.
bitches on deck right now.
You
Yeah.
did
Right
a
here at this spot, huh?
hey, you rock. You did a put back deal before.
Nah, I never did a putt back deal. But if I was to
You
do
don't
a putt back deal, right?
you don't fuck with it, huh?
Nah, it ain't that I don't fuck with it. It's just that like it's like this. All right. Um, it all depends. It all depends. Like I never did a putt back deal though. Like nah. But if like the shit that you were putting out there, like as far as like who gets the odd puppy and all that, I feel like this. Whoever owned that female and whelp that litter, they get that odd pup.
Yeah,
That's how I
yeah.
feel
I
about
can't
that.
disagree with that. I cannot disagree with that. You know,
Okay, but wait, what okay, explain that though. Why though?
What you
Why?
mean why? Shit, if
you
it's
ain't
my
doing
bitch,
shit.
oh,
All
What
you
if
shit, it's
I
my
doing
got the
bitch,
is
what
I'm
if
putting
I
the
got
work
the
in.
what if I got the building yard though? What if I got the building yard? Is
what
this
you
like is the
mean?
puppy gonna be
Listen,
co-owned or you
hey,
just
listen,
you
look.
you
All right, look, Wayne, look, check it out though. It take two to build. And this shit, it take two to build. Cause you ain't gonna breed no
word?
bitch that's throwing bullshit. If she ain't throwing shit, why would you breed her? You feel
Well,
me?
every puppy ain't gonna turn out though.
Nah, we all know that though. You know what I mean? But
So so
nah,
We
so
just
are
talking
we
about a litter
building?
of
Are we
7. We talking about a
litter
litter of
7?
7,
Who get the
and
4?
you get 3. No, you get 3 over there. I get 3 over there. Who get that odd black and white puppy in the middle? Who does
my
that one go
bitch,
to?
she come to me. That's how I look at that. Now it come
No.
in.
So you
Now
can't. I couldn't throw you no paper.
I mean, like, no, I mean, really, like, listen, we can always come to some type of agreement because, look, me, I'm a team player. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
yeah.
I
I
ain't
play.
doing
I play
all
the
of that shit
numbers.
for me.
Okay, I play the numbers.
Yeah,
So if
like,
I got 4, if I can
look,
get 4,
if we in the shit, look, if we in the shit, we in the shit. You know what I mean? We gonna build about it. All right, you want that full putt, fucking take it. Like, it ain't nothing to me, like, because I know it's gonna
I'm gonna
come
break
back.
bread. No, no, no. Yeah, I'm gonna break bread though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break you off. But I'm just saying,
It's what
if it's because of the female, I hear you. You said I
No, he
had the
taking care
female.
of the
I made
litter,
the
bro.
litter.
Like he's taking care of the litter too. He not just got the
right.
female.
Yeah, we talking about,
He taking care
and
of the
look.
litter.
But that's why.
feel me?
That's why wouldn't you want the other pup to go somewhere else because of space? We were just talking about
Oh
that.
no, if he's taking care of the litter, he should get the pup for his hard work, his time and hard work. He might want to sell that
Oh, okay.
motherfucker.
I'm thinking of it. I'm looking at it different. I thought we was
You feel me?
okay.
It
Yeah.
can go all ways. Now look, and this is the type of guy that I am. Like, right? So, like, all right, like say we partnering in on some shit. Like, say both of these dogs is ours. You know what I mean? You got the male, I got the female. We went in and got them together. We traveled and got these motherfuckers together. Right?
Word.
I might have paid the whole way for us to go get this shit. Me and you. We going to get them. I might have just went by myself and got both of them. And you ain't had to put no bread up. I'm bringing the dog. Keep on. You take the male. I'm gonna take the female. We're gonna breed them. I'm gonna get all the shots, deworm them, feed all that, everything, house them, everything. I start fresh with all my litters as far as litter, whelping boxes and all that shit. I make new whelping boxes every litter. I never let any litter
I
go
like
in the
that.
same. I don't do that, especially if it's some wood shit. You know what I mean? Because wood holds a lot of germs. I don't give a fuck how much you clean that shit. You ain't
Exactly.
getting that shit up out of there. You feel me? So like that's the type of person I am. Like if we in it, we in it. Like it ain't no. I ain't gonna sit here and argue with you about like I did this, that, this. No, I mean, nah, fuck all that, man. That's that whole shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whoever
Like
put in got to call the
if we all
shots.
in,
Yeah.
we all in.
That's the order.
You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
the order. I feel that.
Yeah, they be
That's
hating
all.
on those wood pens. They be
Yeah,
saying that.
Boo. They
They
be
be
doing
saying
them.
that. They was hating
yeah,
on mine. I was like, man,
nah, I
ain't nothing
get,
wrong
yeah,
with the
yeah,
pens. I just feel
yeah,
that.
yeah. They don't like that shit, but and look, I use wood. You know what I mean? But as far as like litters, I don't recycle. You feel me? Like I destroy that shit and burn it, get rid of that shit, and just
Right.
build a new one. Like, and it ain't like I have a litter every month or some shit like that. Nah. But
Motion. And that's motion,
mhm.
boy. Yes,
Now if
sir.
I could have a litter every month, that would be a little different. Like I would have to come up with some other type of solution. Like I would have to find some other type of material that I know I can sanitize that shit properly, and I ain't got to worry about. I mean, the risk is way low. You know what I mean? The risk ain't nothing crazy.
Word.
What about some
Yeah.
vinyl? Some vinyl in that little whelping
Yeah,
area.
yeah. I thought about the vinyl shit before, right? Now look, I had used vinyl in my kennels, and my dogs, they were so destructive. Like I don't care how much you work these motherfuckers, yo.
You throw
They
your
don't
shit,
give.
throw that shit up. God damn it.
Yo, bro, I had three meals here. You know what I mean? And I kept them all working at the same time, doing different
Did they
shit.
go straight through the
And
floor? Or did they find the edge?
man, they was going through the floor, yo. Like they was somehow, like they start scratching shit. Like if they scratch and they can get it to wear down a little bit, and they can just get one little corner of the tooth
Little
in there.
nippy bite.
They,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
word is
coming
one.
up.
And I'm like, yo, and it's frustrating. So you just gotta think ahead of them motherfuckers, man.
Right.
Like if you look, like all my shit, I had to edge all around, like the trim of dog house and this shit. Right now on the inside, I got barrels on the inside and shit, but I got metal on it for the top of the houses and the barrels. You know what I mean? So the barrels got metal tops, and then around
Good. Yeah.
the lips of the opening for them to go in, their little doorway, I got metal around that so they can't chew that shit all up and shit. And
Good.
then
Yeah.
outside, I got all metal. I made metal houses. I'm inside wood with the cement board, and then I put the metal on the outside of that shit, so they ain't chewing that shit up. Even though my dogs don't even stay outside because you can't even keep dogs out here outside and shit. So really, it's for show. So when I got my shit out there, they can't say my shit don't got shelter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
On top of it. You on top.
Hell yeah, you got to. I keep all the broken pieces from the motherfucking like chain that failed and all that. I keep all that shit. Like I keep everything. Like hell yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to pop out real quick, yo, show my love and shit. Appreciate y'all, man. Like,
2026.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
who had the best channels in 2026? Who came with 2025? Who came with that
2025?
ether?
Come on, man.
2025.
Yo, really? Come on, man. Put me on the spot like that. Nah, yo.
Hey,
Nah,
I
yo.
could have.
Hey, yo, look, I'm gonna
It
say
was
this.
built to ass, man. Hey, it
Nah,
was built
hey,
to
yo.
ass from
Nah, it
January
was.
all the
Yo.
way down, man.
Yo,
You
hey,
know?
yo, you already know.
YouTube streets, baby.
Listen, what the hell, nigga? What the hell? Like,
Hey, man,
yeah,
what the hell,
I fuck with it.
hey, man.
Listen, real recognize real, man. Like, you threw me a great
That work.
lookout, you know what I mean, on things and shit too. Like, so it ain't, you know what I mean? And it ain't about no favoritism shit either, though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What the hell,
that's what's up.
man? Like I said, man, look, I got in the motherfucking in the chat today. Cause I was surprised you had went out. I'm like, damn, bro up. All right, bam, I went out. I'm like, damn, I
Yeah.
start going in there. I'm like, damn, look like the gang back together and shit in this motherfucker. Like,
Oh yeah. Hey, we can get it back going, man. Get it
All the
going.
said, never
You
left.
know,
Yeah.
it's hard to run them by yourself, though. You know, because I swear, I be on some other shit. But nah, we gonna pop up. Hey, we definitely got to open it up and see what's going on. Get them topics, you know, organic topics, man. That's what I like.
absolutely. Yeah, I was trying to I'm still working on that though. It's just the timing on that what we were building about before. With the
Oh
homie
yeah,
and shit, yeah, it's just the timing. Like, you know what I mean?
That's right.
That's all it is. He's still with the shit though. You know what I mean? But we ain't got a
yeah.
lot of time either though. You know what I mean? Because he got some, you know what I mean, he got a situation going on. So
Right. Now let's build that. We could expedite something. Some screw could get tightened up somewhere. You know.
yeah. Word. Yeah. You know, he
We up
just
in
on some
here.
extra careful shit with, you know what I mean, with things. But yeah,
Yo,
man.
you can't
Definitely
you
be
can't you
cooking.
can't do it all right though.
Say that again, bro.
I said your camp doing all right because it's pretty
Yeah,
cold
yeah.
up here in Minnesota. I got everybody in. Shit,
Yeah.
you know what it
Yeah,
is.
absolutely. Yeah, everybody doing all right, man. You know, the most part
I'm
of the
trying I'm
family
trying to
good.
save teeth.
What we gonna do for this
Absolutely.
winter, man? What's gonna be the bro code, man? What we doing? Is we working out? What we doing for the winter? We got about 90 days of some treacherous weather. So
Yeah.
what we
Pick
gonna
up a
do?
dumbbell.
You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
What we gonna do?
That's what I got to get back on is that. I got to get back on my commando shit. You feel me? You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
if I got
know,
the
for
hounds
real.
doing it, I got to be doing it. So it's just a little harder because I done started all over. I got two babies. You know what I mean? All the
Yeah.
other ones grown, but we started all over again. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, see, that's
that
what I
that throw a
did.
little.
That's what I did.
Woo! So,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
That's
I got
work.
So yeah,
I got a
no,
That's
5-year-old and a 2-year-old. So yeah,
you
woo.
know, and you and
he hell,
shit, and
man.
you at least gotta get him 40. That's how I look at it. You at
Yo,
least
for real.
gotta get him a 40 piece. You feel me?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So yeah, like when I saw CC, I was like, okay, because I had some early in the game. I had my first
Yeah.
one when I was only 20. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
and
Yeah,
then
I was a
I had him. I was like, okay, well, fuck. You know, I gotta try to squeeze out a good 40 piece for this dude or something. You know what I'm saying?
word. Yeah, my first three, they was all two years apart.
Yeah.
You know, shit, two of them was made when I was behind the wall. So, so
Yeah.
Amen. Exactly. Amen. Exactly. You was getting it in regardless. Like you
yeah,
said,
back then
God
they
needed your
had family
seed.
business and shit. You know what I mean? So,
You know.
yeah, shit was moving. So, yeah, the God got to expand. I got to keep shit going. But yeah, I fuck around and had two more and shit, and I'm like, damn. I'm just
Yeah.
trying
Yeah,
to
nah,
chill
that's
out
a
a little bit.
blessing.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it is a
That's a
blessing though. It is a blessing, but it's harder though. It's
yeah,
harder when you know what I mean. It's harder
yeah,
when you get older, and then you got everybody else grown, and then you got younger ones that's like years apart, 18 and 20 years apart, and shit
yeah,
like that.
Man, that's a blessing, man. Dang.
yeah. I was having them the whole time though, so it kind of just turned into a village, you know. I was having them the whole time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Shit.
Yeah. Heard up, man. That's what's up, though, man. Y'all brother be cooking though, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
fucks with the movement,
We're gonna
man.
get it going. We ain't gonna get the game room back popping. You know,
Word.
Yup.
you
Major
guys just gotta pull
ideas.
up. You guys just gotta pull up. When we pull up, you guys just gotta, pull up, man.
Yeah.
Keep it
Yeah.
going.
Hey, yo, so that Reloaded Volume 1 dropped today?
Yeah, actually, it was that day I said it. That first day when
Oh
I
yeah.
said something about it, it was on there. I
Oh,
was like, "Ooh, they love me." They
word. I
usually
gotta
make
go
you
on this.
wait. That
Yeah, I
joint's
gotta
on
go.
there though.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna grip
It's
that.
crazy
You
though.
know.
I counted at least 40 new pages, and then I shrunk it down. So I took probably half of it out, just like,
Right.
and then I just threw 40 more new pages, all new shit, just crazy, jumping off the
King
wall
Tombstone.
shit, you know,
You know.
just going,
Right.
really
Right.
because a lot of people that been hitting me up, like, yeah, I might be promoting number 3 or whatever we promoting, but when they hear that
Right.
3, they automatically like, well, fuck, where's 1 and where's 2? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I got 1 and 2. They were like, let me start with 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell them like, well, if you're more of a reader and you like more content, you might want to snatch 2 because 2 is just more to me.
Right.
It's more. So
Yeah, I got them all. I got them all. I just gotta get that reload.
1's beefing, man. 1 is beefing.
Yeah.
TC go.
Yo, that was
You might have to take one off the
the
market and make that authentic. Like, this is the $1,000 joint. It's over. It was out. You know what I'm saying? Now everything run to that. I need that whole dumpling.
Hey, yo, I got them all still in the same. I keep them in the same motherfucking plastic they pulled up in.
Huh? I'm not even taking mine out. I'm not taking mine out. I might get a nut. I might get 2 other ones to take out, but the first joint to come in is going up on the wall.
Thanks.
Sometimes we have to learn to catalog our experiences as the Grammys, the Oscars, you know what I mean? Like Buck City's magazine to me, that's the Bible. This the new Bible. This is my Bible. Yeah, I'm not gonna hear it from nobody else that I stand back to back from. You feel me? Like I think people forget that you might like something, but the person that made that, are they authentic as you are? Are they in the environment you are? Or did they come down and kind of culture vulture your shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how they get on Vlad and they get on these dudes where, they're just interviewing us. But when are we just going to take care of each other? I mean, like, when are we just going to invest in each other? So I tried to make sure that even my camps that I deal with, some might like it, some might not, but in the NEWZ, some of that shit is just classic. You can't you can't fuck with it. It's killer. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm telling you, these are the classic moments that I just hope everybody enjoys. You know what I mean? Because we won't be here one day. The dogs might still be, but what we've experienced and what we're giving you right now is priceless. Even how you pulled up, Yay Rock. You know what I'm saying? Now I say Yay Rock, and niggas know from my neighborhood. You the hottest nigga. Your name is the hottest motherfucking YouTube name on the planet when it come over here. They be like, nigga, Yay Rock, Yay Rock. You know what I'm saying? So we know when we see them crystals, we know, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, look, we gonna bag him up and make sure we get him out there. So, man, I'm just glad you pulled up. That's that real shit, man.
Yeah, I had to do it. I tried it a few times. It wasn't working out for me and shit, but I've been able to get through because I got on with Cosmo and them a while back. Finally I got through and shit. I'm like, all right, well, I figured it out how to do this shit. Like, but yeah, man, like yo, listen, I fuck with the real, man. Like, if it's some bullshit, I ain't gonna fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like I feel like all that shit, like, bro.
You think that that's how it's supposed to work and how I gravitate, but then I always got to remember that it's always gonna be fewer real ones than just the whatever other brand. I don't know what the fuck the
Right.
other brand is, you know
But
what I'm saying?
you
But
know what though?
all I know is one thing,
Right. And you know
But
what?
the way
Like
hey, look, and I can hear
that's,
ain't nobody ran Yay Rock home. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never kicked no wire under the motherfucking car.
absolutely not. And look,
Kick.
Oh
listen.
yeah, and dude's been saying Candyman and shit. Dude, don't think I've been hearing niggas. I've been hearing niggas, man, saying
Candyman.
Candyman. Listen, man, don't fuck with Candyman, bro. Don't
Look,
fuck with Candyman, bro.
I'm
If you
saying.
Look at the Candyman, bitch.
ain't no real circle gonna sit there and hear what he got to say, and he rat
Mm-hmm.
on
No.
motherfuckers. Like there ain't no real
That,
circle, penitentiary, nowhere. You can't go nowhere but around a bunch of lames and think that what you saying is real shit, bro. Straight up,
hey yo,
Or show
listen,
up in the
just knowing
city
that
and we
we
gotta
rare.
rock. Yeah, like if you show
hey,
up in the city,
that's
come on.
that's why look, that's I feel all that shit because look, I done been through so much shit, like I'm gonna say this. The last shit I was in, I was facing 127 years, right? With the extended term. Now the extended term can be half to a third of your shit. So I wasn't ever getting out if I'd have lost that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
If I'd have lost that truck, I was never getting out. I had motherfuckers rolling over on me like crazy, like the worst type, like family motherfuckers. You feel me?
Right.
So when you was saying all that shit about what this nigga was doing, because I didn't even know all that like how, as far as that shit went like that with your shit.
Right.
So when he was making videos and shit before he was doing that, I'm like, I see people always talking about his shit though. You know what I mean? I went on there, and when I went on there, right, that shit with I forgot the kid name though, but he look the nigga got some shit happen, and the news put a picture of a motherfucker with a dog, some old ass picture. This nigga got on live on the podcast that he had going, and he said who the fuck it was. I said, what the fuck? I'm like, motherfucker supporting this shit. I'm like, oh nah, I can't fuck with this. No,
Wow.
I can't fuck with this.
Another receipt.
Yeah,
That
I
was
despise
cool.
that shit, man. Like you got niggas with open cases, and you saying all this shit, you fucking up niggas' cases and shit. Like you don't know what they really got going
It
on.
was
Like,
crazy to me. It's like, bruh. So now he's like, all right, well, fuck it. The cat's out the bag. Everybody know I'm a snitch. So fuck it. I'm gonna just crash out. To me, that's crazy, man. Dude, you crazy. You supposed to go lay your ass down somewhere. Like, nigga, you snitched. You sat up here talking about everybody else is telling all this. Then we boil as soon as the cream boil all the way down, we find out that your ass is telling.
Giving it all up. Giving it all up. Ain't that shit crazy,
the biggest thing ever. If Buck City, if they just found out Buck City was telling, like there wouldn't be no coming back. I'm done. The whole campaign, the magazines, all of that done, bro. I'm not still making mags and shit. Talking
Nigga
about
gotta move city.
Volume 12 and shit. Big old snitch. Just trying to, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Shit.
Even sound right.
NEWG News. Yo.
Look at that Posse base. Everybody said, hey, check this out. If you guys don't know, get the membership. Go watch that Posse Bay and file it in your brain. I'm telling you, that's some mental Rolodex. That's some of the hottest shit ever on the internet. That Posse Bay, if y'all don't know, that's that. Hey,
you said that Posse Bay.
Hey, the Crooks and Castles, man. Crooks and Castles. And it's like, damn, bro, you done baked this dude, but he got some confidence now. He's saying motherfucker's name and shit. You didn't want to say nothing about that, kicking that fucking wire up out of that goddamn car because there wasn't nothing to say, buddy. You did that. You did that.
Right.
Then you want to talk about what somebody else did. Like, oh, ain't nobody worried about that because everybody knows. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, man.
Right.
That's the biggest, that gotta be the biggest donkey of the whole year.
Yeah.
That's the donkey of the year.
Of the decade. Donkey of the decade.
Yeah, you the donkey of the decade. YouTube's donkey of the decade. Earl Busby.
Yeah.
Earl fucking Busby. The
Drop jaw.
donkey of the decade, dog. Like, how can you be so stupid? Getting up here talking shit about a real one. Come on, dude. I done been facing big shit too. I done squeezed off on a whole crowd of motherfuckers. You feel me? Like, what are we talking about? We're trying to hit them all. So, I mean, the dogs, I mean, I'm not going to get up on here because that's what they'll do. They'll be like, and listen to him right here. He's saying that the dog wasn't shit. He said that jail time that he got wasn't nothing. He's a monster. Right. Compared to that other shit, this is nothing. It was nothing. And it was supposed to be nothing. That was a kennel violation, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Sometimes you got to keep more than what you can handle when you're preserving shit, man. Sometimes you got to take risk for the fuck what you believe in. Sometimes you got to situate shit. Sometimes you just situating some shit, man. You know? It's always been a game of cat and mouse with these dogs, bro. My whole life with these dogs. It been cat and mouse. You move the dog from this spot. Animal control come to this spot. That spot. This spot. They harass. Everybody should know that by now. We're not brand new to this shit. You just moved to the house. Them motherfuckers pulling up. One of my partners, he bought the house and everything. He didn't even finish moving his shit. They pulling up.
Word.
You feel me? Like, come on, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. And you know they gonna lie to try to get the dogs up out of you or whatever they gonna try to do. You know what I'm saying? They gonna make
99% of the time, they gonna trump that shit up. Just to come take your shit and put you behind that motherfucker.
You know, that fucker got 15 bands. You know, I got receipts. You know, his ass was a fucking truck. Straight up. I won't say his name for defamation and all that, but a goddamn truck.
Right.
Period. You know, I don't know. I would like to think he working with them motherfuckers, bro. I had a dream, man, that his wife was like, he came home to her like, hey, honey, guess who came in my office today? You know? And she was like, oh, yeah, I hope he calls you back and retains you, honey. Cook his ass. You know, that's what it felt like to me, man. That's what it felt like, man. It's a losing battle, you know? A losing fucking battle, you know? So I don't never look at what they say over hear one of my brothers out. I want to hear from my brother. You know, fuck what they said. Let me hear it from my brother's point of view, man. I know it was some bullshit, though. I ain't got no reason to lie. Fuck, I gotta lie about. I wouldn't give a fuck. The fuck I gotta lie about. This bitch came to my motherfucking house and left and then came back 35 days with a search warrant. Bitch, you lying. You said my dogs was this looking like this, looking like that. Why didn't you take them right away? What the fuck it take you 35 days? You know, because you was doing more than just a motherfucking
faking.
Stop. It was more than that, bitch. You was really looking at me, racist, looking at me. I got the biggest crib on the whole fucking block. You know, that's why the fuck you looking. Like, how the fuck is he up in here? I saw you, bitch. Right. You on fucking camera, looking up and shit. Looking down, looking at you on camera.
And shit.
Motherfucking dumb bitch.
Got his nose all in your shit.
You know, and then they talk about some shit 20 years ago, all this shit, you know, Seattle, you know. I grew up over there, man. We had dogs at my mom's in different spots in my city. And animal control probably came there 40 times for me growing up from
Right.
92 all the way to fucking,
I'm about to say that's
shit.
a year out of my life,
09.
boy. Them
I think we left there
went
like
down the street.
2010, that house. So
Word.
they came 50 times. They took a bloody dog out the fucking basement. Dogs got into it. My Dukes wasn't having it. She called them motherfuckers. Like, man, get these motherfuckers out of my house.
Yeah.
The fucking dead dog in the basement.
Them the breaks. That's a part of the game.
It was a bloodbath. They got out the kennel in the basement. We came home from, I think we was eating motherfucking Sizzlers or some shit. I don't remember. Got home, or it must have been Old Country Buffet or some shit, one of them.
Woo!
And we got home, and it was a bloodbath in the basement, And they came and they took the dog away, but and we were kids, so
Right.
They'll look at that and say, "Oh no, he's a dog fighter." No. Even though I've never been convicted of this shit ever in my life. Like, what are you talking about? You didn't see me fight nothing. You didn't see me fight a motherfucking thing. And matter of fact, I published books and shit to show people how to love these dogs, and so people could be more interested in being in this book than to be in the middle of a box getting watched by a drone.
Right.
You feel me?
Word.
So actually, because back then I really couldn't say this. I wish I would have ran up on me. Oh no, check this out. Here, take this with you. Because we're doing positive things around here. Hey, you got a grandkid? Here's a coloring book about the breed, because we want people to actually love these animals. They've never been depicted like this before,
right?
And that's why people can't love them the proper way, because they've never been depicted in a positive way, right?
Facts.
So
that's why, man. That's why I understand. Motherfucker can't. Motherfucker got to support that type of shit right there, man. Like,
we're gonna keep it getting it though. I ain't gonna stop.
That's the getting
it. Even when we're not on here, just believe, man, it's more shit popping. That's the only reason why I don't pop up. Because when I use that little time I got, that morning time, from when I get up to like noon, I'm free. I'm a free guy. And when I use that time, man, I can really lock some shit in, bro.
Yeah. And this goes out to all the hunters that use the American Pit Bull Terriers for catch dogs. Don't get me wrong. I applaud you guys for still working with the American Pit Bull Terrier. But like Buck City just said, this dog done put in so much work in a lifetime. What else do you need to see it do? Why can't we just sit back and enjoy the dog? Why, if you want to make a new purpose and all this other stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. But let's try to enjoy the dogs on a safe level where they don't have to put in no more work. I just feel sometimes they don't put in enough work. How much work you got to put in? Like when is it going to stop to somebody say, we know this dog can do it all, but at the same time, it's already done it all.
I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be the catch dogs that help the average American Pit Bull owner, because now that is an actual legit lane,
right?
That this dog can even explain for having a scar. Since a yard accident that happens to everybody, those haven't worked in 100 years, right? Or 50 years. He's just got in a yard accident. That's why he's got scars on his fucking face. He tried to go to his stifle, and the other dog went to his fucking face because he knew
on top of
if he didn't hurry the fuck up, his ass was gonna be out of here. Okay. Right. Since that's not a good enough explanation, at least I can have a little bit of benefit of the doubt, reasonable doubt, that maybe I acquired this dog up in age. Maybe this dog has already been doing that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Word up.
And
Look,
if you're a
I got like
juror,
4% on
if
my
you're on
shit.
the jury, you know, you got to look at that. You got to be like, well, they didn't catch him fighting it. And maybe those scars could have been from hog hunting. You feel me?
Mhm.
So
Word.
there we go. You know,
Yeah,
so
right.
I
Your phone
think
about to go out.
positive.
Yeah, that shit about to go out. I got 4%.
Oh yeah. I appreciate you for pulling up though, brother.
Absolutely. I'll pull
Yes,
up again.
sir.
Salute.
Yeah, we'll see you on the back street. You already know.
Absolutely. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
You know, it's in the air though. You know, at the end of
Yeah.
the day, as
But
far
they
as
love to make us. They love to make the American Pit Bull Terrier breed walk the tightrope. Everything it do,
right,
it got to walk the tightrope. You know,
right,
so it's just a lot of
right.
pressure on a lot of new guys.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of pressure on the old guys to kind of what do we do? You know, and I like how you said that's the avenue. It is. If you're trying to get out that energy, you're trying to get out that
Yeah, and it's legit.
working. Yeah, automatic,
It's legit.
automatic.
And you know, I seen, of course, you know, you get a big ass hog, you know, that motherfucker's big and tall and shit. You know, you might not be able to get on them, but I've seen dogs that were probably gonna be perfect for that though. You know, they built the right way, they kind of know
Yeah,
how to jump on that head, because that's all you want them to do, jump on his head so you can run up and get him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's really all he's doing. He just grabbing a hold of his ass, you know. And if
yeah.
he
That's for
knows
the
how to do it the
knifers.
right
Yeah,
way, then because I swear, go Google that shit, man. Them dudes, man, he was on the Jeep or whatever. He in the Jeep and he's sliding through the you know, the rough terrain and shit. He literally dropped the motherfucking dog up off of the moving vehicle, bro.
yeah.
And that motherfucker ran over there at least 75 yards, 100 yards, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
and grabbed him, boom, you know, and was on him. He knew exactly where to go. You know, them
beautiful.
dogs, of course, it's a risk. You can get hit, but
Yeah.
it's
And
it was
you know,
exciting to watch.
like I said,
It was.
hunting is exciting. It's supposed to be. You know, I'll tell anybody. I know some game tree and walkers. I know some walker dogs right now down out of Shreveport. They get down massively. You know, sometimes we forget it's not just the American Pit Bull Terrier that'll fight another dog. You
Right.
know, it has there's so many different levels to every breed. I see Rottweilers always doing that growling and that passive aggressiveness to their owners. And if you know you see some dog doing that, you think the dog's about to bite you, but that dog, that's a part of how it communicates. You know, so we have to be open to these new working dogs. You know, however they're working, because a lot of people take a lot of time out, a lot of effort, a lot of training goes into that stuff. So no, I don't want to take no credit away from them. I give them all the credit. But history shows us that an elephant is an elephant, and you got to be more careful. Because I don't, you know, I just don't want to see nobody get into that situation where they're like, well, I was going to try this, and I was going to try. There are people that can guide you. The wall climb, the treadmill racing, get over there to Shogun, get over there to people who are trying to do these extras, because that's going to help. But in the big picture, if you're trying to preserve this blood or this bloodline or these kind of dogs, you have to stay disciplined on how it got to you, and you have to stay disciplined on a program that can further you into the future. Can't be closed-minded. You got to open up. You know, it might be two other dogs at another camp that you need to put in your program. You can't just keep breeding in-house and do it. You know, I saw that one with the in-house breed. You got to open your yard up. Even though the backyard is all good, you're going to have to open it up. Too many avenues have been shown to us that maybe we should have used earlier and we didn't. And now we got to just kind of pick up the pace. We got to pick up the pace. We got to keep it going. We got to stay on top of our litters. We got to stay on top of our females. We got to stay on top of our males. The pup deal back, however you guys decided, be civil. Be civilized with a lot of this shit. A lot of this dog game, you got to stay civil. You have to be you have to understand what loyalty is. Got to be loyal to whoever you're breaking bread with. And you got to make sure that it's about the dogs. It's about the dogs. But it goes left and right so many different times that you never know what you're going to encounter. Every situation is different. But if you come with a game plan that can benefit the dog, benefit you, I guarantee you'll have consistent good outcomes. You're not always going to have the best outcomes, but you're going to have consistent good outcomes. And I don't want anybody to think that hunting American Pit Bull Terriers is a bad thing. No. Be prepared. Be knowledgeable of what you're doing. Just don't go throw your dog out there and think that it's going to just do what it's supposed to do. Some dogs do need the practice. Baby piglets. School them correctly. Schooling is everything. To me, schooling is everything. Nutrition is part of being everything. Make the bond. Do these things for recreation. Because when the recreation does hit and everything comes down to it, you do want to say, I prepared for this. I don't like to put my dogs in these positions because A, B, and C. So then when somebody tries to check you, you'd be like, no, he doesn't put his dogs in those positions. He doesn't believe in that. Some people don't believe in how I throw the chicken wings in with the puppies. Well, you ate the puppy. Puppy didn't like the chicken wing, he wouldn't eat it.
That's right.
But I fried me up something. I give him the 3 or 4 raw ones. Just throw them in there. Because we can't forget that they're animals. We can't forget that we can't forget the domestication of anything is always going to backfire because it's not what you think it is. It's what it's learning to be. And if the genetics are strong, especially in hunting, if the genetics are strong, well, yeah, if he'd been looking at that other dog across from that kennel before you went hunting, he might go over there and grab him because that's just in his genetics, But it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games.
Definitely. That'd be interesting to see some of these so-called, some of these dudes' dogs, go catch
my cousin Deotis Kirk right now got some Poland Chinese and some Durocs. If you put your dog in there, them hogs will eat your dog. I don't care how bad you think your dog is, them 300-pound hogs will eat your dog. They'll stomp him out and then they'll eat him. They will eat him as food. He will be their food. If and I don't know if anybody knows the game.
Not if he's like 60, 65 and he jumps on that nose.
They will run him into the side of the pen. Like I said, these are experienced hogs. 225, 240, 270. These are experienced. Like I said, there's levels to everything. So I know people that are clowning people that think they got these tough dogs. Well, I just told you, my cousin Deotis, if he get a hold of your dog and you think you know what you're talking about, his hogs will destroy your dog. They see when you're schooling, you got to remember whatever you schooled with gets just as smarter. I don't like to talk about it, but there's dogs that schooled other dogs, and those dogs are just as good because they got schooled by the correct dog. They got schooled by the correct hands. We talked about, whose hands is the dog in and, blase Skippy. But when the dogs get trained and they school out, well then let's see who else got some more talent too. And sometimes the things that you school with will win. So no, if somebody got them Duroc, especially them cross Hamlets, they know all about a dog. They will crush a dog. They will crush. So you know
those ain't wild though.
That's what I'm saying. When we deal in the domesticated world, is there really a purpose? Is there really a purpose for a catch dog? And I'm just saying no. That's all. Because I don't need nothing to go out in the woods and catch no hog. I got this 30-06. I got me a nice rifle, and I got these shells that if I get close enough, I put a big hole in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my dog to get scraped up or nothing. You know, some of them hogs be so nasty. Oh my gosh. Woo! You talk about fleas and I don't want my dog touching that. I done had the skin stuff that'll turn you white. You'll look at that shit like, man, I can't touch that. You know, because some of them be having cuts and wounds on them, and the maggots and the flies and the laid eggs all in them. And, you know, it's so much, you know, nature is cruel. Nature is cruel. So domestication has taught us that what can we bring home? What can we coincide with? What can we make a family with? The dog, the cat, the bird. You know, there's just certain things that, do we really want to release them back out into the wild on something wild? You know, it gets real. You know, it's a thin line. It's a thin line.
Them motherfuckers can be nasty though. You're right. They can be nasty. I bet you they do got fleas all on them. I bet you they do, man. That's crazy that you said that. You know, you got to look at it, you got to weigh it in and weigh it out. But, you know, I guess he's just going to get up in there and just he don't do it every day. You know, he ain't doing that shit every day. So he'd probably get up on it. But what if you had a couple just fucking with your crops and stuff? Because that's well, I guess you say you just go get the 30-06 though. You know. You know, I guess if you're doing it like that, then I guess it don't matter.
Gotta put him down. I gotta put him down. You know, there's ways to do stuff. There's ways to alter things. But when we're talking about purpose, performance, effort, gameness, durability. I remember when you did the ESPN and you had to, you know, people was putting the numbers up. You know what I'm saying? If I got gameness and durability in my world, you can't come this way. You know what I'm saying? If I got gameness and durability in my world, you can have all that mouth, you can have all that other stuff, but you can't come this way unless you got these two attributes. Well, then now I can't come your way unless you got this and that. You see, there's always a lane. So the lanes we play in have a huge reflection of what kind of dog you have. You know, going back to when you said, how do you build a Michael Myers dog? When you talked about the Tombstone Bolio, that just went way over people's heads, because you know, like they ain't no way they even understood what you was talking about. Because if they understood, they would have something that good already. Their formulas would be that. Now, me, on my hand, where I was coming from, I've always been trying to hunt that down. Okay, that seems like the best. Let me run into that. Let me see how that works. Let me see its performance. I want to see how good it is with the family. You know, he walks in the door, but if you try to let him out, shit, my mic dogs, they're gonna run through the door. They're damn near gonna they're gonna crash into the door. The door ain't open? Oh my gosh. They're gonna take it off the hinges. Because that's the battery in them. That's what they came with. So they put that into my dogs. Now, what do my new generation do? Man, they run to this door like havoc. You see what I'm saying? So when you're in this domestication, remember, as you're breeding new laws, you're breeding new cycles, you're breeding new characteristics, and it's morphing into these new intangibles that you can only find with your own shit. So even if we say that we're hunting with the dogs, or we say we're treadmilling with the dogs, we're still testing their will to perform. And in a lot of these arenas, we got to be careful with the dogs we take, because some don't want to perform, and then we take it out on that dog and say, oh, that dog ain't no good. It probably just didn't want to perform that day. You know, that ain't his thing. He don't want to run up the wall. You know, what happened to the dog? What happened to the dog that ran up the wall? Where's she at? Has she been making more wall? Has she made more wall runners? You know, these are just small things that we have to calculate, because if it's in its cards, right? Maybe it's in the dog's cards to be a wall runner. It might not be in its kids. That next generation that come through, it ain't in them. Then the next generation, it ain't in them. Oh, we got one.
They got that same athleticism and drive, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but it just don't want to run up the wall, bro.
And I'm throwing dogs with drive. Shit, they should be able to do something.
But did she? But that's what I said. Did she create any more that'll run up the fucking wall? That's not. See, it's not. We can't fault her.
That matters at that point, man.
Yeah, and we can't look at her in a bad way and say, "Oh, she ain't made no wall runners." That's not what. Hey, that's not the cards. That's what she did. So to capture what she did, we got to just keep doing it until you find another one. You know what I'm saying? We can't say, "Oh, she's not producing wall runners." Well, I don't know if that's fair or not. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm really saying. I don't know if that's fair or not to say. Same thing with the catch dog. You know, just because this dog will run out and catch the hog, this other dog will run out and catch a dog, and you can't. You know, how do we know is that the characteristic that the dog is performing? We don't. You know, it gets really. It's a thin line. It's a thin line. Is he really grabbing the boar, or is he protecting his homies? If the boar ain't there, now he's the bully. Now he's biting everybody. I don't know.
Well, he gonna zero in on one motherfucker. Like if I see
exactly.
him if I see him zeroed in on one of the dogs, I'm not gonna let him go.
But you won't know until you let him go.
No,
you gotta let him go, bro.
On that door.
No, you got to let him go. You got to let him go. I'm a firm believer in let it everybody know. But when it happens, I want to know what it thinks its performance is. I don't see somebody will say, "Oh, that dog, it'll jump over and it'll take off running." That don't mean it didn't want to do what it wanted to do. That sucker might have been malnourished through its keep, and that sucker's like, "I gotta find me some food. I can't do it right now. I done seen it." So we got to be careful on what we think we see.
So what would you say though if you saw that?
I got to know how the dog. See, this is why I say we got to have data, and we got to have a strategy and a plan of action. I like how my man said, "Why don't we have some kind of network where all the dog blah 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 together?" Right? Remember how he said that just a couple minutes ago?
Right.
So if that was the fucking real case, well, how much we got to put in? Who gonna pay for it? And then who collects the money? See, there's three things that we forget every time. Is that somebody got to do the work. Somebody got to kind of figure out, is this the work we gonna use? You know what I'm saying? Is this good enough? And then somebody got to distribute it. So where do we fall in on these internet streets? That's why I try to tell people, when you drop the link, when you start opening it up and dropping the link, that just solved a whole bunch of problems.
Well, the
That solved
internet
the
is
whole.
it's a general.
It's a nasty learning tool.
Everybody got good dogs on the internet. You know.
No, it's a nasty learning tool. Yeah, no, ain't nobody got no dogs on the internet. Dogs don't even exist on the internet. This is the playground.
Or they all good. If they do exist, they all good. Everybody's good. You know?
I ain't seen a dog on the internet yet that exists.
Okay, yeah, he looks good. It's a good looking dog, and that's just a different type of world.
They don't exist. They don't. This is all fan. This is okay. This is where we got to come though. All these channels and all these dogs that are on the internet, they don't exist. They don't exist. They're not. You can't. They don't. They're not there. They're not there. They can't be. See, we've gotten to the point. I'm trying to get this game. We've gotten to the point where somebody can throw a dog show on the internet, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. We've got to the point where my man got magazines and he's not sold out every week. Why haven't you sold out every week? Every week you should be like, man, every magazine was bought. You guys, we're in print again. You know, I don't have enough. We're trying to make them as fast as we can. The printing company, you know, everybody, you know, I got all the merch is bought up. You see what I'm saying? Because these people don't exist. Like when I hit you today, you already knew. Like, this is business. Let's get it done. We're going to break bread and we're going to get at it. You see what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that the internet can't do for anyone. You got to be a real person outside in the back street, and then you can come up here and tell the story. You can come up here and, you know, you might can show a visual every now and then. But the real business is being handled behind closed doors. And I don't want to take no credit away from no channels, but all you guys are felonious until we all start breaking bread. Like my man said, he said, where the network at?
Well, I see, this is what I do see. Because I saw it happening. I saw some of the pushback from a lot of the old timers and stuff, and maybe they just saw it before me. Because I was so busy just trying to do something positive with the damn dogs. I didn't really care what people were doing. But now that we kind of see, you know, it is starting to turn to like kind of like a circus, Ron. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You just
in the next 10 years, bro, it's a circus, bro.
They're gonna have drawings. Exactly. It's gonna look like a cartoon book.
Bro,
it's gonna be crazy. You know how you do your artwork on the videos right now, how it looks, right? You know how you got the little, you know, the nigga, and you look. That's what it's coming to. People are becoming cartoons.
I mean, I see the.
You got a whole cartoon about Poissy Bay. That's a cartoon. He's a cartoon character.
Yeah.
I would, if I had your skills, I would have made a whole channel just about that dude. The world would be on that. Look, this is how it's going to happen too. There's going to be a real AI dude, right? And he's going to be like, damn, these pit bull dudes, man, they got story after story after story because we make litter after litter after litter. We see dog after dog after dog. We test dog after dog. We bury dog after dog. We take vet visits dog after dog. See, we do stuff so much in a vibration that once the right person catches what we're doing, they're going to be like, Buck City, I got you. Because you were the first one to say, hey, call in, you motherfucker. You got a problem with me? You got a problem with the great dogs I had? You got a problem with Michael Myers? Are you bullshitting? Where's your dogs at? And all of a sudden we found out they were cartoons. Thompson Kennels found out that somebody was using his information for cartoons. Ain't that crazy? Shout out to Black Reggie. But you've shined the light on them so much they blinded. Everybody's still blinded. They don't know what happened. They still don't know what happened. And it's almost, and I did it too. Because I was mad at you them years when you was going, I was mad like this. Did he go get in trouble? Fuck! I was mad. But Cuz was like, no, man, you'll know. He was like, you'll know. I was like, all right. But I felt like the world knew what you were about to do. You know, I used to watch that thing Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox, right? And it weirded me out because sometimes I'll see something about to happen, and then it'll like the world will take it away for a minute. And then when it brings it back, it's like this. I knew this was gonna happen. So the millions are coming to you, Buck. The gratitude and the strategy that you gave the world after it tried to plug you, and I'm talking about since she was a youngster, you know what I mean? Since she was a youngster, you know how the world been biting at you for a minute. But it takes somebody like you to let niggas like me, a nigga that's, hey, I don't give a fuck about this internet. I'm not no internet dude. I come on because it's a pleasure to talk to a homeboy that says, you know what? I had some good ass dogs. You had some good ass dogs. And it's a pleasure to have some good ass dogs. You know, it's a pleasure.
Yeah,
so the Michael,
man, I see it, man. It's rough out here. I'm gonna just keep it like that.
Yeah,
we know some people that got some shit, and sometimes you could just bump into somebody on a humbug, and they just got some good ass dogs. But if they don't, damn it, you know, it could be rough trying to get from A to B, man. You know,
if you ain't one of us, you'll never bump into no good dogs. I'm gonna tell that to the world right now. If you don't clock in with Buck City, if you don't know Ween Mune in Minnesota, if you don't know none of my camps, Chain Breakers, Northern Lights, Call of Duty, if you don't know none of us, Casino, if you don't know none of us, you might be safe. You might be safe. Because if we do find out you got some good dogs, well, then we want to see them too. We want to show you our good dogs. This is a community that used to be private. It used to be private. But now that the YouTube streets have turned the lights on and we see who each other is, okay, no problem. But everybody who says they got dogs on the internet, you guys are cartoons. Your dogs don't exist. If you don't like what I'm saying, then I'll see you on the back street. Because the back street exists. The back street exists. When Buck City drops the motherfucking link, you guys should tune in to what he's doing. He doesn't care about who you are. He don't care if you got a sofa. He don't care if you got a chair in your room. He don't even care if you got real dogs. But if you don't open up your mind to this new era of what's going on, and it's just the information era, it's the education era, it's to tell your story and get it out here, so don't nobody go tell your story and fuck it all up.
That's right.
Because they was about to try to tell my nigga Buck City story, and they was gonna try to fuck it up. But they ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. They came over here.
They came with the wrong.
They didn't succeed.
They came out of hatred. They didn't come out of just genuine trying to.
God body stepped in.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
God body stepped in. See, you found out you was one of the guys that already done been through here. So you remember when I said Buck City's gonna spin the block for y'all? I told you guys this long. You got to go back to some of the first episodes when you came back. But I told you guys he was gonna spin the block a couple more times for y'all. He's trying to make sure some of y'all make it to the finish line. Because most of these dogs that I done seen out here, they're not gonna make it to the finish line. They're just as dangerous as the pugs, as the Akitas, as the St. Charles, as far as all these other breeds. They don't stay. You guys have watered the American Pit Bull Terrier down to try to wash it away, but it's not going to happen. Because this is the good life. We done gave you this box stories and the history and all this champion. You know what? Like I said, they put in enough work. Let's just enjoy them. It's time to just to enjoy the dog. These ADBA shows, I've been to 2 so far since we did the Christmas one, and then we just did this one 3 days ago. I don't even like talking about what I'm doing because it has nothing to do with what I'm doing. It's if I don't see you there or your dogs didn't get no ribbons, you don't know no judges. Shout out to Joyce Lovestrand. If you're not involved in a hey, I got a little nasty thing. Stop it. If you're not involved in the regular sessions of how the ADBA is doing it, the UKC is doing it, the AK, if you're not involved, no problem. You might be safe. But that's my new one for 2026. You might be safe. You might be.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be exploring some new things, man. This year we're gonna be breaking it in and getting it in. Of course, we've been getting.
They scared of the new game room. The new game room is I'm calling people out. I'm calling you out. I'm gonna give you time to either call in and get straight. And these are all people. These are all, and I'm just being real. These are all people that I know that said blah 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 about blah blah blah. Okay, so when the game room comes up, the next one, I'm calling the people out. And don't come this way no more if you don't call in. If you don't call in when he dropped the link, and you and everybody from Minnesota Dog Man, I done already talked to who I need to talk to, so we already know who's not going to call in. So the people who are going to call in, we've already discussed it. So if you guys didn't know there's a play involved, we already got the play down. So some of you guys are just that slow. We just want to tell you right up. So I'm going to just drop it right there. But we're going to start calling y'all. Buck City's going to call that reporter one day too again and say, hey, man, how's your career going?
I got his number.
Yeah. We're going to
he's a big timer. He's
yeah.
I ain't gonna say he's a little dude.
But we still need to tap in on the who's who. Because if you don't know who's who, we're going to find out in 2026. We're about to find out who you are. Because last year, you gave everybody a chance. Remember I told you we was going to close the windows, we're going to close the door. You can't be looking in the windows no more. You're going to have to really tap in and say, you know what? This is what I'm up to. This is why I follow you guys. This is why I appreciate having this platform. If you're not respect, if you're not honorable, if you don't have certain qualities, man, we gotta leave you at the door, man. We gotta leave. You gotta go somewhere else. You gotta go somewhere else. Because I told everybody on my last one, I'm betting on America. I'm betting on America. I don't know what y'all betting on, but if it's come to a bet, I'm betting on America. and this platform is more than what America needs right now. Especially, and I'm just talking about for the community I come from, the American Pit Bull Terrier. This is the bread and butter. This is the penthouse. This is the Bugatti. This is the Ducati. This is the top of the line of whatever you want to know. So we're not going to keep saying it this year. We're just going to start getting the X's and O's out. Because there's some people I got to X out this year too. And you know what? I stayed quiet because I didn't want to step on the rat. And I told him, you can step on that mouse. You got to make sure we got everything. I said, is everything in order? Okay, yeah. Because I told him the mob was coming. The mob's coming. And I told y'all the mob was coming. Told you I was sitting here by somebody else that said, no, he can go tell us. He can go talk about it. That his other, and this is, I lost my mind in 89. Somebody said, damn, that nigga's insane. Yup. Straight from Hilltop. So I don't want nobody to not understand what's happening because it's already done happened. But we're going to get these X's and O's out on them this year, Buck. Because we don't want no more rickets. We don't want no more 7-month-old puppy breedings. We trying to make sure that we make a formula. You know how they talk about, well, you don't know the formula. No, we're going to make this new formula for y'all.
Well, it was humor, but I taught people shit from that. You're like, not to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but now we got to get rid of them.
Read your dog that.
now we're going to get rid of them. You remember the Grimace? You know how you had the Grimace picture and shit? We're going to make sure that Grimace know. Like, this is, Cookie Monster ain't nobody over here with you no more. Ain't nobody over here. And you did give out a lot of free trolls. You gave out a lot of free trolls. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but you gave out a lot of free trolls.
Yeah.
It was like you was, it was like New Jack City.
Yeah, I got on motherfuckers that, I probably didn't have to. They
yeah, you did. You did.
Like,
you just stepping on the mice.
Today, motherfucker. Come on. Get your ass in here.
I died twice about
the. I wanted to do it. It ain't like I did some shit I didn't want to do. I wanted to do it. So
but but it's almost like you were throwing them a biscuit at the same time. They could have cooked it up, but they didn't even cook it up with you.
Well, no, I was just letting people know because a lot of people with this YouTube shit, you don't know who's real and who's not.
Nobody's real.
Let me stick
They're
to
not
these
real.
basics and at least get this clown up out of here. So there's never going to be a situation where this clown is going to be trying to act like he's real. If you notice, all he's doing is trying to distance himself from the streets. And I ain't trying to be in the streets.
No, there's nowhere to go.
You're not because you
turn the light on. Yeah, you turn the light on. We're in a square room. Yeah. There's no floor bait. There's no escape. The only way you can go out is up.
Right.
And if you're a rat, you can't get up. There's no way to go up. If you were side with people, and it's about to get nasty this year. So everybody hold on to your seats.
And he doesn't understand. Like, without an explanation about this snitching shit and what you didn't give, it's too late. It's over with. But like right now, there's nothing he could say that would make him not look like a joke, bro. Nothing.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
He could get a whole community, everybody $1,000. Everybody send your cash app. I'm making it rain. He send everybody $1,000. It still look like a motherfucking clown and not fucking joke. Okay.
X.
It look like a goddamn clown, bro. I mean, let's just look at it in the totality of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's a comic book, yeah.
He's
the comic book.
Are the clownest dude. Like, you really thought that snitching was like the thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to YouTube and fucking get a check and motherfuckers and shit. Now you see how uncool that is. Like, even the snitch sees that it's not cool. So he's gonna stay with his he got to stay on his little YouTube. Oh, I'm giving the news. I'm giving nah, nigga.
Slow down. You can switch any channels. Yeah, he can make other channels. He try to make new channels. Come on now. You're done.
Yeah, don't say my name. This. Yeah. We could have just kept it cool, man. But just don't say my name, man.
Because when they hear what lawyer when he hears this lawyer's name, I'm gonna see how many videos are made after we. You see, I shouldn't even say nothing yet, but yeah, when it pops, and I try to tell people when it pops, there might be a hole in blood after that. So you better make sure you got your vest on. Make sure you got your vest on, because we gonna do it. We're gonna pull it up close. They gonna be we on the head to aim. No, we're gonna be right up close. It's gonna be right up close.
Man,
A little dog talk. Little dog
it's
talk.
just funny, man.
Little dog talk.
But you gotta love it, man. Like I said, we was all in this shit. It was like a soap opera. I was watching them shit. Even I was in it, and I was still watching them. And I tell you, there wasn't not one that I wasn't on the floor, bro.
Man, I died.
I said this didn't just happen.
You was like the cops.
Duh.
Thinking with the cops. Oh my god, that was the best right there. The cops.
Is that the cops?
You know, hey, like, look.
On Friday,
the Smokey and them, yeah. Nigga was on the couch like, is the cops?
Is that the cops?
You know,
that nigga was scared, boy. That was me. Is that the cops? That was me.
I'm not getting in trouble for nothing. Debo out there right now. But yeah, we're gonna rock it out this year, man. We're gonna make sure we put that real deal Holyfield content out. And it's gonna get crazy. And if you gotta bring the bell back, you gotta bring the bell back. You know. Hey.
Well, the bell stays activated. You know what I'm saying? The bell is always gonna be activated up in the fold. Keep that bell in the fold just in case.
You know.
Like, wait a minute, we definitely gotta have that. Either
pull that out the
we pioneered this shit. We'll never get the props like we want, and we don't want the props. We want everybody to steal our templates so much that they become reliant on it.
Well, word done already got back. The universe is about to call you. The universe is about to call you, man. You know, and I just want you to know you handled your business. You know what I mean? So don't worry about it. The universe is about to call you. That's one of the best things, you know. So
give me a new phone, because
hey,
you give me a new phone now.
Get this blip. This is murder.
Yeah, for real.
You know. But no, I gotta clean these puppies up. These suckers done shit on him, and now he mad.
Man, it's a good one, man. Crazy. Up, man. Hit me up, man. We can get that game room splashed in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then I want to do make sure we do the merch. Yeah, I gotta find anybody the Michael Orange.
Oh, the orange joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. I gotta go get the shirt though, because I don't got orange.
Okay, yeah.
But we got it though. We're gonna figure it out.
All this was entertainment.
Yes, sir. Hey man, everybody, man, stay up. Enjoy the rest of this Saturday.
Yeah.
And, I think the Packers won. They was up last time I went in there.
Okay.
So the Packers won. And the Rams won today. Was there 3 games today or just 2?
No, just 2. I think Rams. Patriots to play tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so we got some more football popping up tomorrow. You know, I might pop up and who knows, man? We might do a scoreboard or something. I don't know, man. You know, just whatever it is, whatever we do, if it's something what the hell, we get it in. But I still got to do those Buck City joints for the Saving Every Puppy, Alex Carter. Go get that little book, man. It's a little
Alex Carter
little book, man. I got it right here. Got a lot of stuff, man. Welcome room setup checklist.
Great.
Pre-label readiness checklist, the
Great.
delivery checklist,
Great.
you know, zero loss checklist,
Great.
right?
Alex
Dirty or
Carter.
unstable conditions, failure caused by breeder rush,
Alex Carter, get 2 books. Give it to a friend.
pre-loss warning signs. That pre-loss warning signs, that's gonna be a good one.
Damn.
You gotta
Real good.
make sure you get that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The big 4 failures: chilling, crushing, dehydrating, dirty or unstable conditions. You know, like this, it's gonna break it down, man. I think his book's only like $10. So make sure you guys grab it, man. Support what we got going on. Basically, when we get bigger, we're gonna I want to build a lodge. I want to have a motherfucking APBT motherfucking lodge, like a goddamn zoo with motherfucking rooms and everything. Motherfuckers fly in, do the dog shows there, everything.
Woo!
You feel me? I'm thinking
And
big.
ski.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking small. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
anything
right.
else, man, we got to talk about it on the motherfucking back street, man. Because there's too many suckers, dog. And I feel it. I'm not gonna fuck up my channel talking about it so much and shit, but it's a lot of suckers in this shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of busters, a lot of suckers that should have never even been blessed to even be in these fucking dogs, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real. But I'm not gonna let that detour me. I'm gonna still keep doing good for the community, even though, you know, it's really disgusting. Some of these characters and cartoon characters, like my guy said, you know what I'm saying? It kind of, although I don't want to be like the guy, because I'm the old rapper that, you know, I gotta fuck with the young rappers. You know, you gotta fuck with the young rappers if you're the old rapper. So I get it, and I'm gonna fuck with some of these cats, but it's a lot of clown shit, and I can see what the social media is turning these dogs into, dog. And and only the real ones that remember the footprints and stuff are gonna be the beneficiaries of you know, being able to know, being in the know.
That's right.
I ain't gonna beat the dead horse though. Hey man, give us a disclaimer, Wayne.
Everything you heard tonight is fictional, fun, and entertainment. Please follow all your state rules, regulations, and laws. Take care of each other.
Yes, sir. Hey man, appreciate y'all for pulling up. What the helly? What the heliante? We out of here.
Hey, you looking for some cardio? Knock them coins at you like you Mario. Pull up on the jet ski, shoot at your party boat. I'm a gangster, I do shit you probably won't. Look, I do shit you probably can't. For real. Get you whack when I'm out of state. When I'm OT. Blood in the seat, they indicate. Finish them off with a 38. Bang. I'm not playing with them. Put some bullets in them. Tried to run, I left some bullets in his denim. Damn. Yeah. I told him, please don't play with him. If I catch you riding with your homie, you'll get sprayed with him. Ski mask on, but I don't ski. Use it for drills and doing robberies. Another body found on Halloween. Don't argue with me, cause you'll get popped for what I believe. It feel like forever I've been doing dirt. Yeah, drop his top like he in a vert. And when them bullets hit you, nigga, it'll probably hurt. I'm at these niggas next, Charlie Kirk. Bang. I'm not playing with them. Put some bullets in them. Tried to run, I left some bullets in his denim. Damn. Yeah. I told him, please don't play with him. If I catch you riding with your homie, you'll get sprayed with him. Bang. I'm not playing with him. Put some bullets in him. Tried to run, I left some bullets in his denim. Damn. Yeah. I told him, please don't play with him. If I catch you riding with your homie, you'll get sprayed with him. You'll get sprayed with him. You'll get sprayed with him.